The Guess Who. The Guess Who. The Guess Who with Jacob Gibbs. Sit back, relax, and enjoy. Now let's start the show.
But you're the man behind the merch.
The man behind the merch.
The man behind the merch. Brandon Martin. Addison, I know y'all hear AddisonDesigns.us. You was actually the first person that even reached out to me. He was like,
Yeah.
hey man, you want to, maybe I'll make you some shirts and stuff. And I know I hadn't sold much. I'm still trying to come up with like a good line.
Yeah, we're going to get there. we're going to get it.
It's a slow process, dude. It is. That's like this video editing stuff, man. It's like the devil, dude. It's like a busy crap. I got to, I need to redo the ad actually sometime soon because I've had that same one for a while.
Yeah.
But me and you got to get together and come up with something on it.
We will. We got to.
And then I found the social media guy, that's what he told me. He's like, my name's David Martin. I was like, okay, yeah, that'll work. Yeah, because the first guy that believed in me.
Just surround yourself with Martin.
Right. I'm like, do you know Brandon Martin? He's like, dude, I'm in Texas, man. I appreciate the crap out of these koozies.
Yeah.
Or not koozies. Yeah, the koozies and the daggum coasters, man.
Yeah, man.
That's impressive.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, that is like really impressive. I like the one with the face.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
We'll put some pictures of those on there. What's something like that run? Like if somebody's gonna order that.
To be honest with you, never sold one.
Really?
No.
So you just
I just bought them. I bought a bunch of stuff. I bought those. I bought some koozies and stuff. Bought a bunch of stuff just to play around with, get settings, get them all dialed in.
Just see what kind of moves or not.
Yeah. And honestly, the only one I've ever made before this one, my wife for Halloween wanted something. Hocus Pocus.
Oh, so you made her.
So I made her a Hocus Pocus one, just to play around with it. And
is she big Halloween?
She's big decorating anything.
That's why. Yeah.
So fall's like her favorite. She loves decorating for fall. Halloween.
I like the fall.
She likes Halloween, but not like spooky.
Yeah. See, I'm not a big horror fan.
My little boy's all about spooky though.
See, my son is too, dude. It must be like that age or something right now. Yeah. We actually watched The Goonies last night.
Oh, really?
When's the last time you saw that?
It's been a hot minute.
Did you know there was 3 different endings to that movie? Like 3 different versions.
No, I didn't know.
I didn't know it either. That's what they was telling me today. There was one with like an octopus, something else. I can't remember. Something about the waterfalls are different on one. But I was like, they were like, which one? I'm like, The Goonies. Yeah. They're like, which one? I'm like, that one with the kid looks like Charlie Sheen.
Yeah.
He does, don't he? Yeah. A couple of nights ago, we watched Stand By Me.
Yeah.
You ever seen that movie?
I don't know if I've seen that one.
It's pretty good. It's kind of a Sandlot kind of. They're like looking for this kid that's come up missing, and there's like a reward for his body. And turns out like these high schoolers are looking to. And it's got that same kid in it. Looks like Charlie Sheen. Yeah. It's a good movie. It's old. It's probably about like The Goonies. Yeah. Truly.
Yeah, I don't know. My kids have never seen it.
They have not.
No, they've not.
Is it?
I don't know if my wife's ever seen it. To be honest with you.
The Goonies.
Yeah, I don't know.
Dude, that was huge when I was in school, man.
Yeah.
Because you're what? How old are you? 38.
I'm 37.
37, yeah.
Yeah, I'll be 38 in about 6 months. 4 months.
4 months?
Yeah.
When's your birthday?
July 5th.
Oh, okay. There's several right there first week of July, dude.
Yeah.
I can name like several.
Yeah.
9 months back from that. Must have been kind of a good season.
Yeah.
Oh, man. But yeah, I've been wanting to get you on, dude.
Yeah, I know.
Finally got you here, and
kind of hectic, but
yeah, it was. Man.
Yeah.
It's hard to schedule, dude. Especially people like you. You have kids. I have kids. We have animals. You know,
you got sports and
yeah. T-ball's about to fire up, dude, and
which I'm excited about T-ball. My little boy, he's loving it.
He like it.
He does. He loves it.
See, I don't think my son understands it.
See, I'm gonna tell you. So, like last year, like my little boy. I swear to you, they look like Ethiopians. Both my kids, they had big old heads. Both of them. Like
they're in the 180 percentile.
Like 98 percentile on their heads.
Mine kids are too.
And like for the longest time, they were like 50% weight, 50% height. 98% head.
You're tall though.
I'm kind of tall.
What are you? 6'3"?
I'm about 6'1".
6'1".
Yeah.
Yeah, you're a lot taller than I am. That's
Yeah.
what I was in, yeah.
But like both of them, I swear they get it after the mom. Though. That's what I tell them all the time. Like, I was like, I'm gonna look around her trying to pull out of the yard or something, you know. Like,
Oh, yeah.
move that big old head. You know? But he's pretty quick around the house. Like, you get him running, he's pretty quick. You put that daggum helmet on him, and it's like his little head locks back, and he is just pumping those feet, but he is not going anywhere. He is so slow.
Walker, he's like that dude because he'll be like around here, man. He's just everywhere. We laughed last year because every time like he would score,
Yeah.
he would just drag the bat back to like the dugout.
Yeah.
And it's like, come on, son, did you see me? I saw you, son. Come on, man. Come on in the dugout. It's like if you bat 3 times, nobody else is gonna get the bat but once because you know
Yeah.
you're gonna run all the time out walking around. But
Right. Well, see, with ours too, like we're the Bad News Bears. You know.
oh, are y'all?
Oh yeah.
Where do they
Oh,
play
yeah.
at?
Battleton.
Oh, okay, yeah,
Yeah.
cool.
And so they get out there, man, and like, you know, most of them's first year playing. You got half of them out there playing in dirt, rolling around.
Oh, yeah,
kids over
throwing
there
their
talking,
glove up.
fighting and stuff. And Hudson, I'm talking about, he's just laser focused. He is.
So he
Yeah.
understands
Oh,
it
yeah,
then.
yeah.
Do y'all watch baseball? You watch much?
No, I don't like.
I don't either.
I can't stand watching it. Not on TV.
If I went, like Alabama, man, like not having Major League Baseball or NFL, an NFL team, it's kind of like, I think about Georgia. Like, there's parts of Georgia that's pretty. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Then you got Tennessee, but it's still like I can't really be a fan
Yeah.
because it's not like from
Right.
here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So
Now-
we'll go watch Atlanta every once in a while.
Yeah.
You know, I like it okay, but like I'm starting to kind of get into it a little bit more since Hudson's back to playing. And since Hudson's playing, you know, I'm kind of getting back to watching it. And we went and watched my little niece, her boyfriend. He plays over at Fairview, so we went there and watched them play the other day when they played Gunnersville or Hartsville. I can't remember. They played one just the other day.
Them kids are the kids nowadays, man. I don't know if it's from watching YouTube or maybe people are getting more practices or like training or something. Them kids are good.
Oh yeah.
I mean, they are like jam up.
Oh yeah. I mean, I sit there, and even like basketball. You know, I mean, a lot of it. You know, now they play almost year round.
Oh, yeah.
Travel ball.
Your life's at a ball
You
field.
didn't have that back when we were growing up. You know, you may have a summer camp or something if you were lucky, but you know,
We didn't. I don't. Besides just practicing and playing, I don't ever remember anybody like coming to show us or anything.
yeah,
I can't remember what year. We had a really good little baseball team. It was kid pitch already. So I won't think it was probably 11, 12-year-olds. 11, 12s, I guess. See, baseball for me, I was real good as a kid.
yeah,
But having that eye injury with a right-handed batter, you know,
yeah.
you don't see that ball until it's already kind of at your nose almost. You know? So if anybody ever like threw one wild and it was coming to my left side, I might not even know he threw it yet.
Yeah.
You know, I'm gonna get beamed.
Yeah.
No doubt. They're like, that kid didn't even flinch. Hell, he did. I didn't know it was coming. But as the pitching got faster and faster, it just got to where I couldn't keep up with it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like and I tried to swap around a little bit of left, but I think you got to like be born to do that or something. You can't.
Yeah.
Later on, it just don't feel right. It's
Right.
weird, you know, and stuff. And
So I got a cousin. My cousin Blake. You know, he's been right-handed his whole life, but he bats left-handed.
left-handed.
He does. Yeah.
See, I heard somebody was telling me now kids that have started out in baseball that's been playing baseball for like years and years, they're 10th grade or something, they're fixing to start trying to play golf, that they're actually teaching those kids to start out playing golf left-handed.
Huh.
So your baseball swing does not like interfere
Right.
with
Well,
the
that kind of makes sense.
yeah. Because if you try to baseball swing it, it's even shittier than the shot I would have hit. Like if I was just gonna try. So you're back playing golf too?
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I took like a 7-year hiatus, and then a couple of guys at work was like, "Hey, let's go over and play the Highlands." You know, I was like,
Oh,
"Ah,
Birmingham?
yeah, yeah,
But that's nice.
yeah." It's a nice course, like, especially the back nine. Got a good view over the city. You know. It's,
Oh wow.
And so we went after work one Friday, just cut out kind of early, went over there and got 9 of them in. I thought, man, this is all right, you know. And then it was like 3 weeks later, Newport puts on a huge golf tournament to raise money for Children's Hospital.
Oh, really? Is that the company you're working
Yes,
for now?
Yes, and so it's a huge thing for all across Nucor, all across the state of Alabama. I mean, we got all the companies, all the different corporations inside us, like they all pitch in and try to raise as much money. And so this year, one of the things that we're proud of is like they actually got a service dog that works 40 hours a week at the hospital.
Oh, really? Just walks the halls?
Goes around, sees the kids,
Don't you know, man, I mean, it's pitiful, dude, just thinking about some kids spend several years just looking out of a window.
Yeah, like
it's awful.
They sent us like a video about it, like I can't watch it. Like especially now having kids, man. Like I can't even watch it.
Yeah, it's pitiful, dude. It is.
Like the dog wears like a Nucor vest now. Like it's all like we're sponsored that dog.
That's cool. What kind of dog is it?
It's a golden retriever.
I like golden retrievers. I think they're real mild, like tempered too.
Yeah. And so we go out there to this tournament, and it's over at Robert Trent Jones.
All those are nice.
Oh yeah. And so we go over there and play, and like I did not deserve to be out there on that course.
It's got a lot of sand traps.
Yeah,
don't Robert Trent Jones? I think all of them have. Yeah. Like that's what they're known for.
I make more of them.
It's like, hey, greenskeeper, I'm gonna need a square of sod over here.
They just followed us around the course the whole time.
Instead of having the little sand things to like fill your divots, they had somebody like
full things of sod just throw them down.
We're gonna need a square of sod.
But I'm gonna tell you, like I end up getting hooked on it again.
It's golf. To me, golf is so easy compared to other things I've been into. You know what I'm saying? Like you just come on, put that collar shirt on, grab your golf clubs, and like for us, Chelsea Oaks, what?
Oh yeah, it's
10 minutes, less than 10 minutes, probably. Yeah. And it's a decent course for the money.
Yeah,
I like it.
And I've been meaning to get over there and play some. So Adeline's kind of sort of getting into golf.
Girls in golf get scholarships.
That's what I've been telling them.
I've been told that they have to. They have so much like scholarship money or whatever that they don't even have enough girls to like give it to.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. I mean, that's a. I want my kids in golf too.
Yeah. Well, I'll go tell you. Like I told Carrie girl, I was like, we get Alan into golf, and then Hudson, we'll get him out there kicking a football.
Oh, he'll be the kicker?
Yeah, he's going to be a kicker. So you got to think about it. You kick a 50, 60-yard field goal, man, you are
Think about how many times. Yeah, 50, 60, yeah. Think of how many times, too, a ball game is won.
Oh, yeah.
I can't imagine the stress,
all
dude.
the pressure that those kids have to go under. When they miss it.
See, and I'm bad, too. I tend to forget. Like, watching college football, they look like men.
They do.
I've seen like some high school games, like on ESPN and stuff. Some of these kids that's in like 11th grade have full sleeves of tattoos.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I don't know one kid when I was going to school,
no.
K through 12, all the way to the seniors.
Yeah,
that had a tattoo.
Yeah, let alone a full sleeve.
No, yeah. I mean like full sleeve, sleeves. So I look at them like they're men.
Yeah.
More for some reason more so in football than basketball. And it's like I get pissy about it. I'm like, God dang it, he just threw that. Good God, my ass sucker. He just threw that so much. I throw it better than that. And then you go thinking, you get to thinking, that kid's 19.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I could be his dad.
Right.
I'm getting mad at a kid. Yeah, but they look like adults.
Just a few months ago, he was studying, for a SAT exam.
Right.
Now he's out here in the SEC.
He was writing sentences, 4 months ago at high school. I will never, skip school again.
He's in a bowl surrounded by 100,000 screaming lunatics, with millions of people watching.
I couldn't imagine. Field goal kickers for the pressure of the game to win.
Oh, yeah.
Punt returners for the... I hear a lot of feet moving. Oh, yeah. You know what I mean? And... Yeah. You take somebody your size that's running as fast as one of them dudes can run. I mean, you got to think, man. That's a lick.
Oh yeah.
That-
And what's bad is
You're looking up.
I would be like tiny out there.
Oh yeah.
You know, most-
I mean,
that's-
it
that's
would
the
kill
thing.
somebody like me and you almost.
Oh, 100%. That's the thing that goes unnoticed about a lot of it is like, you know, I talk about this with the guys at work a lot. You know, like just the talent and size gap. Like you take like our high school, okay. So Fairview, Holly Pond, you know, you had some good players. Those
Yeah, you
players-
did. If they played
Yeah,
somewhere else,
yeah,
they probably would have been really good.
Yeah, those players. You know, I know back when I was playing, like a lot of those couldn't. You know, none of them. I don't think any of them went to like a D1 school, right?
If some of the bigger things I know of people going to like college football was like Bethel,
Yeah.
the Tennessee Martin,
Yeah.
you know, like places like that.
So
but
right around that time, you had Britt at Coleman, you know, that went to Bama. But
you
like,
had the Brits. Is that who you said?
Yeah,
The
Brits.
Yeah, yeah.
but like at our schools, we didn't have any of them going to like D1 schools, you know.
No,
And so
no.
like, then you take those guys that's at a D1 school, and most of those don't even, you know, can't even make it to the pros. You know, so just like the talent jumps between each level is just crazy.
Oh yeah, you got got some of those guys that weigh 350 pounds.
Running 4 or 5 40s. You know?
Can you imagine that dude with pads on? And you're back there about to catch this punt, and you don't know dude's there.
Yeah, you chin up.
It's like pop. Those ears go to ringing. Because even you got to think, Holly Pond, we were a very small team.
Yeah.
They're still like that. The line's
Right.
small. We just don't. It's not enough kids come out.
Yeah.
You know, those boys that really did stand out, like some of your Wyatts, they were good,
Yeah.
really good.
Yeah.
Playing with a bunch of people that were way less than mediocre.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And so, like you pull up against Aniana, and they're 7th in the state. They got 84 players. We got 23.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And 2 of the guys on Holly Pond's team makes 98% of the tackles. You know what I'm saying? It's like if they had some more help, they would be deadly on a good team. You know.
I know, like, you know, when we were playing, we had which I didn't play football, you know, but like they'd have like North Jackson, you know.
Oh, he had a. Then that one dude went to.
Ali Sharif or whatever. I think he ended
Yeah.
like Alabama
That's right. Yeah.
running back, you know, which I think they held him. I don't remember. I think they held him for maybe 6 or 7 runs. Is all he had that game, which now it's about 300 yards and 7 touchdowns.
So yeah, he had 7 carries for 414 yards. How true is that? The truest thing I've ever heard about Holly Pond, where I went to school at. Every away game, we were somebody's homecoming.
Oh yeah.
That's no shit. Like, it was like, where are we going? Oh, it's New Hope. Oh. How bad they beat it? Well, you probably don't remember. You got knocked out in the first quarter. Were their homecoming?
Yeah. So like what is it like? Like when you roll up on a game like that, like.
You know, you're always confident.
Yeah.
You're the bad news bears.
Yeah.
So, you know, you're like the real bad news football bears. Yeah. You always got that little bit of where it's like, man, if we could just stop so and so and so. And you really, I went into every game like, I am going to try to kill one of these boys.
Yeah.
You know, because a lot of times we go back and watch film, and you know, it wasn't more or less like, Brandon, you missed that block on so and so. Like, we kind of knew we weren't good.
Yeah.
So we were really, like, Brady Harbison used to WWF people.
Yeah.
You know, like, and, you know, you get back on the bus, and it's like, dude, man, if we would have scored that one touchdown right before half, got the ball back, scored that touchdown, held them 3 drives, we could have, you know, but it was like, did you see Brady take that one guy down and pull his britches all the way down his ankles? You know, I guess I would, like with us in school, man, it was just like a bunch of comedians, really. They was just like, let's put on some pads.
Suit them up, put a helmet on there.
And I actually was one of the top, I think I led the county at one point for personal fouls, but they were on accident. I'm serious. Most of them were on accident because it was like, why didn't he just call me that face mask back there where I just turned dude's helmet all the way around? You know, they're gonna call me on this because I tripped the quarterback after the play was over. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, dude.
I was pretty lucky. Like in high school, like we played basketball, and I mean JV, varsity. Every year, like we had a team that was good.
Yeah,
You know,
it was always. There was several teams around here that was really good.
yeah. I mean, we got
Y'all
up, I think,
were-
to like 9th in the state our senior year or something like
Yeah,
that.
I remember that too. Let's see, and then several years.
The year before me was when Vineland went to like state runner-up or something along those lines.
Yes, because I was fixing to say
with
Vinemont,
McSwain
Holly
and
Pond,
Embry.
Fairview. They were all good at
West
basketball.
Point was always really good back during that.
It was
time.
actually pretty stacked. If you would have,
Joseph, he was on there.
yeah, I still don't see him being very good at basketball. He's too clumsy. I begged that goofy goober to damn come on the show.
He
man.
needs to.
He won't do it.
He needs to.
I would, if anybody wants to like tune in and they're like, y'all need to listen to this guy's country. It needs to be when Joseph comes on because he does a lot of dis, dat, does. You know what I mean? He'll be like, yeah, man, did you see Dim over there the other day? I'll never forget. Sometimes we call him Spooner on here, but Brady, the same dude that I was talking about WWF and people, we were all, really good friends. He told Joseph one time, he said, man, you say duh a lot. And I was thinking, no, we don't. Because I'm thinking like, duh.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, wondering where this is going, And Joseph's like, no, I don't. He said, yeah, you do. I'm thinking, I've never heard him say duh.
Yeah.
I'm still waiting on what's supposed to happen,
Yeah.
He's like, no, you just said, let's go down there, duh. And then we got to noticing it was like a side bet between a bunch of us friends on how many times he'd say duh in that like that day.
Yeah, like an over and under going.
And it was like I never noticed it till it was pointed out.
Yeah.
I think he said it when he was trying to say he didn't say it.
Yeah. I hadn't seen Joseph in a hot minute either. I saw Amber. She was at the baseball game I was telling you about. We went to watch the Pate's boyfriend play. She was there over at Fairview the other day. We saw her as we were leaving, but I didn't see Joseph there if he was with her or not. But
He Joseph's a goer, man. He likes to go.
Yeah.
I mean, he'll go watch cheerleading. He'll go watch. He just likes going.
yeah,
I kid that he should have been like a traveler, man. Like no shit. And my wife's like that.
yeah.
Like she could come home right now and be like, "Man, Carrabba's sounds good on it." I said, "Oh my god." You never want to go nowhere. It's like, no, you're a traveler.
Yeah.
I'd rather just stay here.
I'm
myself.
kind of that way. When I get home, driving an hour.
That's worse than work sometimes.
Yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm. And I'll get home and I just don't feel like going nowhere.
I don't either. I've become like the biggest homebody dude. I don't want to do anything. It's
Yeah.
sad, man. Like I'm just like, let's stay here with Rob Foiler, or Whitney's like, let's go to Top Golf or let's go here, or
So, does Whitney like Top Golf?
Whitney is going to start playing golf this year again. She's pretty decent, really. Putting, she's a good putter.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
So Carrie's. We went to Top Golf for one of our daughter's friends. They had a party over there, So we went to Top Golf, and I've been to Top Golf before. And Carrie's like, I think I want to go back to Top Golf, and I think So she's kind of seemed like maybe she's wanting to get into it a little bit. So we're definitely going to.
I think it's good for couples, man. Me and Whitney before kids used to play all the time.
Yeah.
I mean, we played a lot. We actually played a little bit of tennis and
Yeah.
I'm not a good golfer either.
Yeah.
I like playing, but
yeah,
like Whitney grew up around golf. Mm-hmm. Like around Gunner's Landing and some of that kind of stuff. And I don't know, with the putting, Terry's always one of those ones that's just, I mean, he either makes it or he barely misses it.
Yeah.
Like he's rarely like a 2 or 3 putter. Right. He's rarely like a 3 putter. I don't know if I've seen him do very many at all.
I'm rarely a 2 putter.
See, me too.
Most time it's 3 or 4.
And it pisses me off too because, say I'll just smash my drive, I hit a shot up there and I'm like, yes. you know, these boys are nervous now. We get up on the green, and everybody's like, yeah, no, shit. Said, I know he's going for birdie, and I'm going for par. My putt's a lot further, but he can't putt.
Yeah.
And I can turn a 4-footer into an 8-footer.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's like, I'm not going to hit it as hard coming back.
Yeah.
Well, it's back uphill. You know, you dummy.
Yeah.
You know, that thing goes about 4 foot too short.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, how in the heck does go 300 yards and 2 shots?
Yeah.
And I can't go 8 feet in 3.
I did the same exact thing when I told you we went and played the Highlands. You know, very first hole. Now I've not swung a club in 7 years. I'm like, oh, this is about to.
Did you
so
carry
bad.
plenty of balls?
I did.
That's my motto,
did.
man.
And we were only playing 9, so I knew, hey, I got enough balls to last me. And the guy I was playing with, that I was actually partnered with, was pretty good. I'm talking, he's real good.
That makes me feel better too.
He gets an iron now, right? So I'm thinking, oh my gosh, this dude is good. You know, here we are on a par 4, and I got a driver in my hand, and he's got an iron. You know,
That's when you know somebody's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, most of the time.
so I pull out my driver, and I'm talking like I hit it beautiful, straight down the middle. Ends up driving the green. You know,
Really?
Yes. And so I'm up there, I'm on the green in 1. And he's like, hey, man, you got a nice eagle attempt. I said, oh, brother, no. I promise you I do not.
You're on the green in 1,
And
and
on
you
the green,
walk up there with your pitching wedge and your putter. What's the pitching wedge for? You didn't know you was on?
No.
Well, yeah, hell yeah, but I could be 6 foot off the green.
And those greens are pretty quick at Highlands. I mean, it's a really
Golf
nice
course is like that. Yeah, it's like glass.
And you know, so I'm like, I don't know what to expect on this, and so sure enough, end up 3-putting straight out the gate. So yeah, that's about par for the course.
Sometimes, too, people think I'm like kidding.
Yeah,
You know, because I'll be, if it's ever a scramble, I'm the leadoff guy on
Yeah.
putting. You know, you put your
Right.
shittiest putter up
Yeah.
there first, you know, in case he accidentally gives you a line,
yeah,
you know.
right.
And I've had people be like, dude, just, you know, maybe 6 inches to the left, you know, and you got those proper golfers that's like 2 cups left, you know. Pretend like the hole's about 18 inches past. You're uphill.
Yeah, well, I can pretend.
It's like, okay.
hit it where I want to go.
It's like, pow! It goes way right, way short, and my favorite line on the golf course is, I sliced that one. Talking about the putt. That's some hats I need to get made.
Yeah,
Just slice my putt.
yeah.
I've got a killer putt slice. I gotta come up with something that would be freaking awesome, dude. Yeah. Your stuff though, man, is badass.
Man, appreciate
Like
it.
the koozies and
Appreciate
stuff. Okay, so we gotta figure out how this works. So, like on this, is any of this like heated, like
Yeah,
branded on this?
Well,
Is that how?
so basically that laser ends up heating it up, burning it.
Right. So is it like a keyboard or is it like a computer
No,
thing?
so what I do is I design everything in a computer,
Right.
and then I'll take that image and hook it up to my laser engraver. So like I've got 2 different ones. One's a desktop one that's almost as big as this guy right here. I mean, it's pretty big, and so I'll put it in, and I can do that one through Wi-Fi. So I'll just connect to it and send the image over, set the speed up, the power up, all that type of stuff with it, and then go over and hit print on it.
Do you have to sit there and feed every one of them?
No. So like most of the time I'll do like sheets of stuff. I'll do multiple things. And so like I could do, like realistically, I could do the koozies, I could do the coasters, I could do all that at one time in there.
Oh, and it will actually,
Yeah.
it knows when to jump to the
Yeah.
next item?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's pretty neat now.
That's amazing.
It is.
I mean-
And then so
Is it got, okay, do you have to fill it full of koozies or can you go koozies,
you can do
coasters?
anything. I could do mix and match.
Wow.
All I would do is like whenever I'm doing this one, I would set the power and the speed for whatever I need
that
to
one.
engrave in the slate versus the leather. So it may be going really fast here.
Yeah.
Then when it gets over here, it may slow down.
So whenever it's printing this, so when it marks this thing up, okay, like, what is it putting on there? I know that sounds stupid,
Nothing.
but like,
So it's actually taken away.
so it's actually kind of just like chiseling it away.
Yeah, if you'll take, like, if you run your finger across that, like, you'll feel that indentation. Like, it actually takes that top layer off.
So it's almost like an engraver
Yes.
in it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you can do leather, metal.
Yeah,
I mean, is there anything you can't do? You can do wood, probably.
I can do wood. Yeah. So I can do wood up to, like, 20 inches wide.
So just however how big. Yeah.
Yeah. And so it's got a pass through, so I can do longer, but, like, width-wise, 20 inches.
I gotcha.
And I just bought a fiber laser engraver, which lets me do metal. So stainless steel. On stainless steel, I can actually do color. You can engrave color onto it, which is
See, I don't think I've
crazy.
ever-
That's crazy. I haven't done it yet. I haven't
That
just
would
recently
be.
got it in, but one of them I'm gonna start with is like doing the little mermaid deals. Like a mermaid,
Yeah.
do all different colors for my little girl's all about mermaids, unicorns, all that good stuff.
How old is she?
She's 10.
Okay, yeah, because Lee Kate's like that too. Like, oh, I gotta have the unicorn of this.
Yeah.
Like, pick that over a JoJo item.
Right.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, which JoJo I think's kind of going out now. But okay, so that gives me a little better idea. So you basically set all that in there. You have kind of how you're gonna do it. Mm-hmm. You would have like a koozie set and then
Yeah, so
another
like-
set, and then
These right here I did on the fiber engraver, and so I just like basically just set it down on there, and it's just got a fixed head up here, and it goes up and down.
yeah.
And inside it has a lens that actually moves. So this right here stays stationary, the head stays stationary, and there's a lens inside there that basically just goes really fast across there and engraves it all the way down.
What would happen if you stuck your finger in there?
So supposedly it actually the laser, the fiber one
Won't
don't
like
do
burn you or
anything with
nothing?
you. Now the CO2 one it'll leave a good little spot on your skin, but the fiber one.
So the
supposedly-
CO2 is that like cold burning? Like cold?
Do
Does that
I-
make sense? Like with the
No,
CO2 one, was it?
it's got a tube, a big laser tube in it, so it makes it almost like a plasma inside there.
Oh, I got you. Okay, I got you.
So there's several different types. You got like little diodes, lasers. I don't have one of those, but then you got the you step up to the CO2 and then the fiber. So fiber, the reason I bought the fiber really was to start engraving on guns. Guns and knives.
I had not thought it. I might have a gun, man,
So I
that
put
you
it-
could try it on.
Well, so I got some of mine out and just took the slide off and started engraving on the slides.
Yeah.
So put like a flag, a tattered flag on one side of it, the Punisher skull on there, FAFO on one side. Just
That's-
all sorts of stuff.
I've seen that on guns, dudes. That's badass.
Yeah.
They've got the. I've seen the Trump gun. I think that don't the Henrys ain't they got like a bunch of engravings
Yeah.
and it'd be pretty.
Yeah.
I mean, you could probably get a lot with guns and stuff.
Oh yeah,
Especially like grandparents with grandkids.
Yeah.
Their first Red Ryder
right.
or something's got their name on it. Grandpa from
And
Grandpa.
that's what that was my whole intention. Like even doing like custom grips, for the guns.
Yeah.
Stippling, doing all that on them. The knives I thought would be great for
Knives
Father's
would
Day
be-
gifts. Putting on
Can
the
you buy any
football.
case blanks? You probably can, and like
I'm sure.
case knife blanks, and then just like put.
engrave whatever.
Yeah, that's a good idea, dude. Because that's actually a really good idea that you said that. Because my son, I want something like to give my daughter, and then like yearly for
Right.
birthday or whatever. Which I've been doing like an inch of pearls for my daughter, which I'm a couple of years behind. I've got to catch up. But with my son, with boys, it's just harder to me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like girls, it's like she can wear that pearl necklace one day when she walks down the aisle.
Right.
You know what I mean? But like my
Yeah.
dad, kept doing that.
Yeah.
But like with boys, you really don't. You could buy a freaking case knife every year
Yeah.
and get like something engraved.
That's right. Yeah.
That would be a good like.
And see, we had a
Even if you just put the year on there
yeah.
or something,
so like somewhere close by here, there's a guy that is like a blacksmith, and so he makes knives out of like old files and stuff. And so
I saw that.
My father-in-law, he got with him and he bought like 5 of these knives or whatever. So he give like my son one. He give. I think he give maybe Will and Cooper, all his grandkids. I think he give all of them one.
Wow.
And so I told him, I say, look, I'm gonna get that knife down, and I'm gonna engrave on there, from Pawpaw, whatever. And so he's like, well, man, I'll pay you if you'll get the other ones back and engrave on them. So I'm like, well, you ain't gotta pay me. I'll do that.
Right. Yeah. Because how long would it take? Like just.
Oh man, with that fiber, it's super quick. Like honestly, it probably take 45 seconds.
Wow. Well, you think about it, like your time and all that kind of stuff. Because a lot of people are like, damn, it didn't take 5 minutes. But it's like, yeah, but I mean, if this thing goes down.
Well, they're not cheap pieces of equipment,
We have that all the time. They're like, somebody come in and be like, hey, man, that took you like 2 buttons. It's like, yeah, but we stopped and like had to do that. You know what I mean? You know, it's like
using equipment that we paid
Right,
thousands of dollars for.
like if somebody, like when I was finishing my house, if somebody would have came in there when there was like a month's worth of work left, and they were like, "Hey, dude, we're expensive, but or you're gonna have to pay for it, but actually, pay me like I'm gonna work it 30 days, but it's only gonna take me 7." I'd be like, "Okay, brother, come on, let's start." You know what I'm saying?
Without a doubt.
I got kind of messed up on where I was going with that, but you know, a lot of people was like, "Man, that didn't take 5 minutes." It's like, yeah, but if this sun gun tears up, dude, that's $2,500 or something, you know.
Yeah.
We got into this up here in my field. I had they took down like an old fence line or whatever, and it was so funny, dude. The guy, he had a skid steer, and this thing will actually stump grind. It will, you know what I mean. So I got him like to clean up where it was really getting out of hand, you know. And he goes up there, and I tell him, I'm like, I don't think there's any wire in that, dude. I really don't think there is. I think they pulled all that through when they took the fence down. He goes up there, and he's like, boy, you can hear it coming through the grass. And then I hear something that sounds like something slapping glass. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he pulls down there, which he's got like this glass thing over the skid steer. He pulls down there and he said, "You didn't think there's no wire up there, did you?" And he started pulling some of it out, you know. And I said, "Look, try and start over there, and then just kind of ease your way back. Just do like half of it, you know, or whatever." He had already done like a bunch for me. Man, I shit you not. Like 2 seconds later, after he'd been up there, and I was like, he drove back down there. He said, "You want to pay $4,000 for that thing?" I said, "No, not really." He said, "Yeah, there's wire all in that." I said, "Yeah, you know what? Hey, if you don't mind, man, just 2 loops like around the field." But you know, people don't understand. Stuff tears up. It's expensive, and it's expensive to like. You know, like somebody, if they was going to bitch about price of like a engraving a knife or something, it's like, go buy you one.
Yeah, go spend $6,000-$7,000. Engrave away, brother.
Yeah, that's right.
But my
get your
dad
pocket
logged
knife.
for like 30 years, you know, so.
He done what now?
He logged for like 30 years and worked at Walmart distribution, you know, on the weekends.
That's work.
Oh,
Walmart distribution is work.
And so, you know, there'd be countless times, you know, he'd be out there working, then something breaks down, you know. It's like, damn, it weren't the entire day's worth of pay. Just fixing this tire or whatever.
Oh,
you know?
Tractor tires, some of that kind of stuff.
Those skidders and everything, man, massive tires. You know,
tracks come off. And,
Oh,
yeah, hell yeah. Even trying to, like, lift something to get the wheel off.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? To even be able to take it somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, people don't really take that in consideration whatsoever.
No.
Your shirt thing. Okay, so I've been in your shop a couple of times. The shirt thing. You got this thing that looks kind of like you could hook up some ponies to it. You know, cause like, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, just walk them around the ring. Yeah.
How many shirts do you have to actually? Is there any kind of guide or whatever? You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely not. There's no guide.
Because cloth would be easy to get off.
So that's the toughest part of the entire process is just loading the shirt on there straight. Like it takes months of doing it all the time to get to where you're actually efficient and you're loading it straight.
Yeah.
And like my wife, she's much better at it than I am.
Women are good at stuff like that, dude, because they fold clothes all the time and stuff.
Yeah.
You know?
All the attention to detail, you know, I mean, like, so like she's pretty quick too. I mean, she's quicker than I am, and she's more efficient with it, you know.
Yeah.
But so I do have some big news on that front. So obviously you're a little bit aware of it because you kind of helped line most of this stuff.
I tried, dude. It was like one of those days too, man.
Well, I'll tell you. So it was the most chaotic deal, but it all fell into place. So you boys over at Walker's, I mean, they come through clutch.
So what did you get?
So I bought all new equipment. So the machine that you saw, you know, it was like 8 foot wide. You know,
it is a big outfit.
It was a big outfit, about 8 foot wide. I could do 6 shirts. I could put 6 shirts on it. We could do 6 colors. This new machine is over 50% bigger.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. It's over 12 feet wide. And I can do 10 colors now. I can do 8 shirts at a time, and it's fully automatic.
So when you're talking about color, you talking about the color it's printing.
Yes.
You're talking about the color it's
like
printing.
The shirt you got on right now. You know,
okay,
you got
so
the blue and the red. you know.
Oh, 12 different colors
12
in
different
one.
colors in one. Yeah.
Okay.
And so it's fully automatic. So now all we have to do is load a T-shirt. It'll do the printing. You know.
It'll line it up straight.
No.
Oh, you still got to do all that. You still got to load it.
You still got to load it. You got to get everything registered and everything nice and square. But once you get it on, you're just loading the T-shirt, hitting the button, and it's rolling around, printing, and then you unload it.
Okay, so I'm getting this now. Okay, so your machine like you had before, you would take like the government's listening to this. I never hooked her back up. She was giving me all kinds of false information. But so like the old machine, you had to, okay, say you was going to do me a shirt like this one, red, white, blue.
Yeah.
You would have had to have done the red and then swapped over to the blue? Or?
So that right there, you'd load your shirt on.
Yeah.
And then I'd have two separate screens. One screen has the red ink, and then one screen has the blue ink.
So there's a science. I mean, this ain't just throw a shirt in there and push a button.
No. So like I would do all that, and if those are touching, so it's down towards the bottom, you see the red touches the blue.
Yeah.
So you can't really do that wet on wet, or you may have a purple line right there.
Oh, where the colors mixed.
Yeah. So we would do like the red first because it's got the least amount. So we do red, then it runs under like a flash dryer, and it actually heats it up enough where it semi-cures the ink, makes it where it's not wet.
Right, so it's not just like sitting there and it's going to bleed on something, right?
Yeah. Then as it comes back around, then I'll do the blue. So for every color, I have to print the shirt that many times. So if a 2-color shirt like that, I have to print each shirt twice. So
now you can do 12 colors.
Now I can do 12 colors in one rotation. So where before, like that shirt right there, you know, if it was me and my wife out there, we would probably do about maybe 80 an hour, something like that. This new machine will do 660 in an hour.
Daggone.
Yeah. And like the more
That's
colors you go
huge
up, like,
percentage.
So a couple of months ago, I did a shirt for Tomorrow. I think you probably saw it. It was the black and white.
The garage stuff with that line or whatever that is. That's some badass stuff.
They are. And I tell you, she is like, I love working with her because I mean, a lot of times, you know, she's like, hell, just run with it.
She's straight up.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I want to get her back. Just talk about the gym, some of that. I mean, she is. Yeah, she's really a badass.
Oh yeah.
Really.
Yeah. And so with the one that I did for you, it's a big image, black and white. You know, it just looks black and white. Well, it ends up being like 4 different colors. You know, to make it look that way. They all have to be perfectly registered. You know, and so each shirt I have to print 4 times. You know, with this new machine, it still makes one rotation.
So y'all would load all the shirts up, do the red, take all those off, load more, and do red like on the old one? No. Okay.
They all stay on. So we do all red. So we put 6 shirts on. We do red all the way around, and then we come back and do blue all the way around. Then we take it off, put it in the dryer.
Is there any kind of purge or anything that's got to come out of that? Is it like separate tips, or is it like for the colors?
So this right here, when we're doing this, you've got a screen that's like 20 by 24 inches. And basically it has almost like a stencil. So it has that image
already on there.
So we use some emulsion, and then you print out the film, and it'll be black. So that emulsion is sensitive to UV light. Okay, so like if I was to just leave it out somewhere, like out in the sun, it's going to harden up.
Like the old baseball jerseys. You remember that? You could just like break it.
Yeah, just chip it away.
Yes, that makes perfect sense though. Yeah.
But so when you print this out, you put your film on that emulsion, and then you put it in an exposure unit. So wherever there's black doesn't get cured because the light doesn't penetrate it. So then you take and you wash it out. Wherever that black image was, just washes away, and your mesh is exposed. So then that's what the ink actually passes through. So you just sit there, you pull it down, and you take a squeegee, flood it, and then print it. So it's a lot of manual work. You know, as you start getting older, you're doing 500 shirts on a weekend or something.
Yeah, because this is like a side gig. He works a other job too. Plus he's got children. Plus
Yeah. And so, that's one thing now. Like this has really taken over kind of our lives at this moment. So like we've been out there almost every weekend.
Your stuff's nice.
I appreciate it. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, everybody's like, "Where'd you get that hat?" It's like, do they make for the public? I'm like, they'll make you anything, dude. Yeah. I mean, because I tell people too, I'm like, he's got black, he's got leather, he's got, you know what I'm saying, the silicone, he's got.
Yeah. And that's another thing with Tamara. She's just like, hey, go wild with hats. And so I'm probably up to 15 or 20 different leather color options. I've got camo, urban camo, all this type of stuff now. And so she's just like, hey, mix and match, throw some stuff together, man.
That's kind of the way I am. I'm like, you got anything that's laying around, you can print it up too, because I can find it, like with hats and stuff too. Like if the logo and all that looks good, and you're, like I've bought several just to give away.
Yeah.
And when I open it up, they're like, oh my God, dude, I never thought I'd want like a hunter green one, but with a leather patch, I do.
But yet here we are.
Right? It's like that black and gray one looks good to have me. Can I get?
Yeah.
But,
we didn't joke. I thought you were giving these away. Yeah. The next ones.
I've got to put in order with you because I've got several people I've told I'll get them.
Yeah. Well, this new stuff too, man. Like like that shirt of hers I was telling you about. Like it took me probably an hour to do 20 because again you're having to print each one of them so many times.
Dude, so it's
that new machine don't care, so it'll be 660 in an hour.
Wow. So you'll be able to get your stuff done like shirt wise.
Yeah, that's what we're hoping. Because like my wife has an issue trying to print like long images or white ink because it's a lot thicker.
Right.
So she has issues like clearing the screens out good. So you got to kind of be leaned over and some upper body strength, that kind of stuff. With this new one, she'll be able to print all of them because all she's got to do is load the shirts.
So feed them in there.
Yeah. So the plan is hopefully for her to be able to do most of the work during the week. So we actually have our weekends free.
Right.
To be able to go and do things.
Did you think you'd get this big? Because you do a lot of hats and shirts.
Yeah. To be honest with you, no, I didn't. I mean, if you'd have told me, 3 years ago that I'd have dropped, 6 figures on new equipment.
Yeah.
I would have. That ain't happening.
No, I'm just gonna print a few shirts here.
Yeah, it's just a side gig.
But when it becomes quality, like when it becomes really nice stuff, people start coming to you, and you're very affordable.
Oh yeah.
Like if you went to buy one of those Richardson 771 hats or whatever, I mean that son of a gun's gonna cost you $30 in a hat store, and you can get your own logo and stuff.
Yeah.
For what, $25?
$20?
Yeah, $20.
I've been selling most of them for like $20 if they just want one hat,
Yeah, I mean, you could get your own deal. You could get.
I'll tell you another thing that I love this idea, and I've actually had a lady come to me with it as well. But like your son or whatever, getting him to write out Pawpaw, and then I can take his handwriting, put it on the patch, throw it on the
put it on there. I might have to get some Sonic the Hedgehog ones made, though. My son. Now, Walker, you seen the video of him doing his ABCs backwards?
Yes.
Okay. He's pretty sharp on, like, I think Leah Kate will be, I know this sounds, people are probably like, oh my God, but you can kind of tell with your kids. Like, Walker is one of those ones that, like, can sit down and he will color for hours.
Yeah.
And he'll be watching something on his iPad, and he'll just be rewinding that thing back and he's drawing it. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
Where Leah Kate's the kid that comes to the living room doing 14 flips and a back flip and jumps on the couch.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, she's kind of more of a, like, she likes going outside more than he does, you know, but like he's not a city kid or nothing like that, but like he's more artistic, I guess you would say. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like he might be a tattoo artist one of these days.
Right.
You know, or she might be like a cheerleader.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's like, or teach gymnastics somewhere or something, you know. It's just how you know, like with our generation, I feel like we all grew up with the same stuff because that's all we knew.
Yeah.
You know, it's like baseball, basketball, football, wiffle ball, you know,
well, and that was the thing
dodgeball.
Too, like I remember growing up too, like not having money wasn't really a thing because nobody around you really had money.
No, they didn't. I remember the first semester, everybody wore like these nice clothes. You know, it was like you got your Nike shirt, you had Nike shoes, you had shorts to match.
Oh yeah.
And then by like 6-8 weeks into school, like he was wearing something that half of the sleeve was tore out. He was like, yeah, you know, next year I'm going to get me one of them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Santa might bring me some of this. You know, it's like, but I mean, like, you wore those clothes out too.
Did you get excited like as a kid going like back to school shopping?
Oh my God, yeah.
Oh, man.
And it was like, we got to get the shoes first.
Oh yeah.
Shirts got to match, shorts got to match, pants got to match.
Yeah,
I mean,
you had outfit. You bought outfits.
Yeah, right. It's like, I got to have the backpack that's going to match.
Yeah.
Everything revolved around my shoes.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just the me and a couple of guys from school, like probably 5th grade, we got the Emmitt Smith pumps. I popped my pump.
Oh man.
Like the second day I had them, you know.
Yeah.
But I would still pretend to all the other kids, you know, pump the thing out.
Jacob, man, we hear you making that sound with your mouth.
And it keeps coming out. I was like, but you know, those were like, you were really freaking awesome, dude.
Yeah.
If you had those Emmitt Smiths,
So-
you had a new pair of Jordans.
Yeah.
But now that kid, the next time he got shoes was when it was some kind of graduation, like a kindergarten graduation, or you wore those shoes all year.
Oh.
You took care of them. You had your last year's shoes. You went home. You changed right into last year's shoes, and you go by God play.
Yeah. He was outside.
You better not get your ass caught in those new shoes.
I remember, so like, I don't know if you remember this or not, but like, so like Shaquille O'Neal had some shoes out at one point, and they were at like a Dollar General or something like that, you know, and they had some pumps in them. Terrible looking shoes. That's what I ended
Pumps
up
was
with.
the ugliest thing ever, dude.
Like I said,
We should have been the kids that got made fun of.
oh yeah,
Really and truly.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and that's the thing too. Like if the other kids wasn't wearing the same type of shit, you know, we probably would have.
I remember even like watching, like back then, basketball, like NBA went a bunch of whiny babies and all that kind of stuff, you know. I remember I was like a really terrible basketball player, and I'd be sticking my tongue out, you know.
Throwing that
Just
fade
go,
away up.
just go Jordan. Somebody under the goal, throw it back up, and I counted it as my basket.
Yeah.
It's like, yes, that's what I was trying to do. I saw you, Andrew. You was open under there. I saw you.
Nice
too.
pass, kid. That's pass.
I mean, I could have busted that three, but why?
Yeah.
You know, it's like guaranteed too, you know? Yeah, but you know, clothes and stuff. I mean, talking about the shirts, and I know people still do that, but I mean, honestly, I think about, I remember precisely now, like you start chewing on the number of your shirt, like your baseball shirt, you know? Or where we were the Braves or something that said Braves.
Braves, yeah.
It wasn't no major. It was just like red shirts, blue stamp.
Yeah.
Some teams that you were like, oh, they got rich parents, had like the tomahawk.
Oh yeah.
You know, it's like, oh, I bet that costs a lot of extra. You know, we're gonna beat the crap out of them now.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Their pants are even the same shade of blue as their shirt.
And you just think about like pulling that off, man. I just remember like, and you just keep on biting at it, and by the end of the season, your jersey said like raves.
You went from like 13-3.
It's like, what happened to your one, brother? I chewed that thing off.
You know, it gets boring out here sometimes.
Oh, golly. Basketball jerseys couldn't have been like that, or I'd have bit the whole number off because I didn't get to go in much in basketball.
I would say, we had, Fairview, we had some pretty sweet uniforms over there. We had like the white ones. I seen a couple of years later they did gold.
Purple, I don't know what it is, dude. I've always loved Fairview's colors.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it's because I was Holly Pond. It was that old just grass green and white, you know?
Yeah, that old Kelly green, man.
Ugly. Like, people was buying the jackets.
I don't like the gold, though.
You don't like gold?
No, I'm not a big fan of that gold.
Purple and black looks good,
Purple
too.
and black I like the purple and white looks real clean on the stuff.
Yeah.
Purple and black. So we actually tried our senior year to get them to change our colors and let us do purple and black. They're like, no, we can't do purple and black. Well, guess what the damn baseball team did? Black uniform for purple.
That's a pisser.
Yeah, out there just looking fresh, looking so good.
I feel like the baseball teams, though, they always get the most money. I feel like they've always got the most to, like...
Maybe so. I don't know. I mean, like I know, like our football team, they made some, you know, they had pretty good attendance. Our basketball team had real good attendance, you know.
Yeah. Football would hold more folks, though, I think. Let me close that door. The kids are going to keep yelling. It'll still pick me up even talking.
All the way over there.
Yeah. The kids just got in. But I always felt like the baseball fields always got... Oh, don't hit the camera. Oh. I always feel like the baseball teams always got, like, the new field kind of stuff.
Oh, yeah.
And they always had, like, the real nice grass, nice uniforms. And then, like, I think I wore a helmet, like, in junior high. Didn't even have an ear pad.
Stuff. The only padding in it felt like...
It had somebody put their initials in there from like 86.
It's like 3 sizes too big.
They're like, yeah, you might want to wear a toboggan with this helmet, man. This helmet's a little loose, Coach. Grow your hair out.
Yeah.
But the football team always felt like I got screwed, and it's like, we're the one taking the beating over here.
Yeah.
You know?
I'll tell you another thing, too, back when we played, too, like, it seemed like those shoulder pads were like massive, man. Like, you see them out there, and it looks like they're...
A lot of these players don't even wear knee pads anymore, or like thigh
thigh
pads.
pads, yeah.
Yeah,
I
no.
remember having the 2 sets of pads and all that stuff in the pants.
Oh yeah, you look like a transformer. Yeah. Running down the field. I remember my mom and them too. I had hernias. I had a hernia when I was like 5. I had another when I was like 10. They bought me some kind of like protector thing, you know, or whatever. And between that, kind of going underneath the shoulder pads, I didn't really have a whole lot of arms left to be able to like reach around the football if they threw it to me.
T-Rex trying to pick the ball up.
Exactly. And it was like, man, did y'all see that ball? It left Jacob faster than it got there. You know, because it just ricocheted off. I've told people before, I'm like, the hardest thing to football about catching one is if it hits those shoulder pads, that thing is gone, you know. But we even had the neck bull collar.
Yeah.
You see that nowhere. I can't actually think of the last time I've seen like at all.
Yeah.
We had the bull collar. All that thing was a couple of butt pads that they molded together. Basically like a little bitty tiny pool noodle. Yeah. But it made you look bigger.
Yeah.
And I needed all the help I could get out there, brother.
I would have been the same way. I didn't play football either, but man, I would have been. I was small in school, real skinny.
You were tall. You've always been kind of tall,
and
yeah.
lanky. Yeah. Luckily, I beat the lankiness, you know. but yeah, I was always, you know, tall and skinny growing up. You know, couldn't put on any weight. Not like that.
And I mean, you know, eat like a horse.
Oh yeah.
I feel like I was always eating. My 2 kids are always eating.
Yeah. Mine's always snacking. Mine don't.
That's my son.
They snack.
Is it more your son or your daughter?
Both of them, really. But
really,
yeah, my son's actually finally getting to where he's actually eating some actual food now. Some
Yeah.
meat, you know.
Oh yeah. See, Walker's, if it ain't steak.
Yeah.
Like if you try to pull something on him, you're like, yeah, man, try a little bit of steak. He said, that ain't steak, but it's roast, you know, or something.
Yeah.
But if he can't dip it in ketchup, it's going to be good. I'm so glad we got on this subject. I swear to God, I've got to tell this. Okay. Sometimes I like to just rant and rave about some stuff. There's a couple of things you do not need to go cheap on. Okay? Talking about eating.
Sure.
A1, ketchup.
Agreed on both of them.
Yes. Do not let me walk into your restaurant and see that Heinz glass bottle and you've refilled that with some kind of damn Clover Valley or something. You know what I'm talking about? Ketchup.
Yeah.
That you poured out of a 55-gallon drum out back.
Yeah.
Because I will taste the difference. I love tomatoes. That's my favorite snack.
Yeah.
It's like, you're not going to pull it on me. You know? I went to a restaurant. Sometimes I don't order. I'm going to order like kind of like my food according to what sauces they have. Okay. So you go sit down and you're like, oh man, that Philly cheesesteak sounds real good. Golly, it sounds so good right now. Drenched with some A1. You know?
Yeah.
So I'm like, y'all got A1? Yeah, we got A1. Okay. Rolling my sandwich out. I'm like, yeah, I was going to just get some of that A1 if you don't mind. Okay. I go to pour it out. I automatically know it's not A1.
Yeah.
I mean, like as soon as it came out, it smelled like burnt A1 or something.
Yeah.
Cheap. It smelled cheap. So I'm like, no. I couldn't even eat it. I ate one bite. It's already just bloom right there. You know, it's like, the cheaper you get, the runnier.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's basically a drenched just full of cheese. So I'm like, damn, I'm hungry. I'm gonna try it. I took 2 bites. Okay. It should be against the law to do that.
Yeah.
Like they are actually taking. You can't tell me because you got to know copyright.
Yeah.
Okay. How is it illegal if me and you started printing? Let's say me and you start printing freaking Joe Rogan Experience stuff.
Yeah.
We know he's got a copyright.
Oh, right.
Right?
Oh,
okay.
yeah.
We getting big shit. Like,
yeah.
then you go to jail. We get in trouble. We're in big trouble.
He ain't playing around with it.
Right.
Yeah.
But you can take an off-brand A1 and put it in their bottle to complete the sale. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
That's horseshit. Like, it really is. Is I'll be honest with you, tell me you got like B2 or something. You ain't got no damn A1.
Just say we ain't got it.
Yeah.
I'll tell you one of the worst things that I've had. So my mother-in-law, bless her heart, one of the best women that's on this planet. You know.
Yeah.
Well, she wasn't paying attention one day, whatever. She ended up buying some unsalted ketchup. I don't know if you've ever had that, but I can promise you it is the worst thing you have ever tried.
I can only imagine how
And
terrible.
You know how something is if you take a drink out of you go to McDonald's or whatever, you get you a drink.
Oh, you're
and
thinking
you
that
think
sweet
it's
tea.
Sweet tea and it's
Yeah.
Coke. Okay, with that first initial hit's like, ooh.
Oh yeah.
Then you're like, oh, okay, that's Coke, and it's good from there. You know, you're fine.
I'm okay with that. Yeah.
But yeah, you take a bite of ketchup. It looks like ketchup. It smells like ketchup, and it's completely unsalted. Oh my god!
Can you throw the salt in there? Would it taste regular, or is it one of those things where you don't think you can cure it? Yeah. Because there's been some like make your own, like people bring the horseradish and the ketchup. It's like, no, you make me some cocktail.
Yeah.
You know, I'm gonna drown this bastard in ketchup. You know, it's like, do you mind to make it for me? You know, I know it sounds just 2 ingredients, but still, you know, yeah. Golly, that's so funny.
See, I'm a ketchup guy.
See, I am too, and I put salt with my ketchup.
I do a lot of times.
I do too. I'm a
Probably way more
salt
than I
guy.
should.
Yeah, me
Probably
too.
more than I should.
No, I should.
I work with a guy that will put ketchup on anything and
Really?
everything. Like
Scrambled
eggs, Alfredo with Alfredo sauce in it. And he still goes,
You know, I do know some people though. Growing up, they would boil them some noodles in the microwave, drain the water off, and squirt ketchup on there, stir it up, and eat it. And they swore it was good.
I take their word for it.
Me too, because I think I'm not one of these people that's like, okay, just give me some, noodles and ketchup or whatever. I'm one of those people that's like, nah, if it's gonna be spaghetti now, I want just a little bit of meat in there. You know what I'm saying?
I gotta have garlic bread.
I like garlic bread, and I like my garlic bread salty too.
Yeah.
See, me and you could go out and eat, dude.
So like my cousin Blake, before every basketball game and stuff, they would like load up on carbs. So we'd go over there to his house, hanging out. His mom would make him like a bowl of like noodles. I think it was just like noodles and butter.
I know people's done that.
And
yes,
and he would eat that, and like I would get closer to doing that than I would put ketchup on.
It's the deal with me.
I'm not a noodles guy though.
You don't like spaghetti and stuff much.
I will eat spaghetti, but I gotta get a bite of spaghetti, a bite of garlic bread. I can't eat if it was just spaghetti. I couldn't do it.
Do y'all do like the Prego or the
Ragu? I don't know what it is.
That is one of the other ones.
Yeah.
Ragu.
I think we just combined a couple.
Yeah, we did. It's the Prego Ragu, man. I don't know why this come up, but I went to a grocery store a little while back, and your wife always gives you this list.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, this is easy. Plain chips, blah, blah, Coca-Colas, blah, blah, blah. She gets down there and Velveeta cheese is one of the items that she has on my list.
Yeah.
So I go to the cheese, naturally.
Right.
I'm not no experienced shopper.
Yeah.
I go into a grocery store. I walk 8 miles in 20 minutes. I go down every aisle 19 times. I come out with what I'm going to cook with.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just not, And the only reason why I'm 8 miles in there is because when I get to one end, I'm like, oh, gosh, the onions are on the other end, whatever. I look for this Velveeta, and I look for this Velveeta. Actually, this was at Foodland, maybe. And the lady tells me, she's like, up on aisle 7, right at the, as soon as you turn on aisle 7, look that way, it's on the bottom.
Yeah.
So I start walking towards aisle 7. I'm like, I must sound way more Southern than I thought. Ain't no damn cheese gonna be on the shelf. So I go on down aisle 7, let's kind of peek down it. I'm like, my God, that woman's crazy.
Yeah.
I don't know what the hell she thought I said.
Yeah.
So I end up catching another employee. I'm like, hey, I was looking. It was Publix. Sure was, yeah. And I caught another employee, because most of them, they're real helpful, too, But she was just like, oh, yeah, aisle 7, it's right on the bottom, So I went to this other guy that was working there, and he does the same thing. And I'm like, I'm talking about Velveeta cheese, brother, like the big block that's got the cardboard, and and it's in like tinfoil.
Yeah.
He said, yeah, aisle 6, or he said it's not aisle 7, it's aisle 6, but it is right there on the right. Here, I'll show you. I'm like, what the crap?
Yeah.
I mean, I thought, have I ever seen it in the cooler?
Yeah.
Probably not, have I? No. And I got thinking, this is like the first time I've ever bought Velveeta, and I ate a lot of it growing up.
Yeah, that stuff, I don't know how long ago it was when you bought it, that stuff has gotten outrageous.
Everything's freaking expensive, dude.
So we do the Mexican Velveeta. So that's what we put.
Why?
No, it's not the Blanco.
Okay, I got you.
It's Mexican, so it's got like a little bit of peppers in there with it. It's a little bit of kick. But like, I don't eat cheese.
You don't like cheese either?
I don't do cheese.
Dang, dude, if it ain't garlic bread, you don't eat it.
That's pretty much.
That's what's wrong with
chicken fingers, man. I got like the palate of like a 12-year-old kid.
Chicken fingers, mac and cheese,
some hot wings, but
pizza bites.
So yeah, we'll do the Mexican Velveeta, and that's what we make in that macaroni and stuff. And so like, when we buy everything for it, man, it's outrageous what it costs. Just for that Velveeta. I mean, this is more than what all the other ingredients are, probably.
Oh, you can go get one of those little hand things. This little hand basket.
Yeah.
You're looking at $100 if you get that thing level. I don't give a shit what you throw in it. You get a buggy out like that, you better have just got your income taxes.
That's when you start looking around. You're like, someone's got some money.
It's like, damn, is it tax season? That dude's got a buggy full.
I'll find out what he does for a living. Look at that.
Groceries. You wait. You just wait, though. I'm going to say about September. Gas prices are going to go so far down.
Oh, yeah.
And interest rates are going to, if nothing else, it's going to be a huge talk about these, when they're going to probably just completely wipe away the college loans and grants. Because they don't want a Republican in there. Yeah. Like, it's going to be at all mercy.
Oh, yeah.
I really do think so. Which is an agricultural business.
Yeah.
And I don't know really but a guy told me one time that had went vegan. Okay, when he went vegan, there's a book called The China Study. And the China Study is talking about big ag.
Yeah.
Okay. So, like, you have basically like that big ag sets the prices. But the growers and all that really doesn't get any more.
I'm sure, yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
But the actual, like, okay, if you look at our cancer, like look at our cancer statistics or whatever, compared to, say, Somalia.
Yeah.
Okay, somewhere where it's rice and bread, more like.
Yeah.
Some of these cancers we have, they don't even never heard of it.
Right.
Because of all of like the preservatives and stuff that they're putting in the cheeses and
you take Monsanto, like how much food do they not touch? Monsanto's got their hands in like everything.
Oh yeah, they do. And then like you see these videos like these dairy cows and stuff, like just the calves are just killed and just crazy. But yeah, big ag is like there are a lot of that more than government even, I think. And if it's something that like a small grower or something, you know, like I've heard stories about people like growing out like out west or whatever, even like poultry or any of that kind of stuff. Oh, you can't even compete because they'll make it where whatever you've done over here to your field or whatever had to have like ruined this or you know what I'm saying? And it's like, but they're growing these chickens in like 4 weeks from a baby to a 7-pound chicken in like 4 to 6 weeks.
Yeah.
I think I'll take that dude whose chicken's been eating grass. He's had them for a year and a half.
Right. You know what I mean? Yeah, a lot of them too now are supposedly they're getting paid to not grow.
Oh, I'm sure.
You know.
Yeah, because that's going to drive the price up even more. They could probably almost pay because they're going to make money no matter what. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, that's wild to me, dude.
Yeah.
You said something a minute ago about cheese too. You don't eat cheese and nothing?
So I'll eat pizza as long as it's not extra cheese.
I don't ever get extra cheese.
Or like just a cheese pizza. I can't eat. Like I gotta have meat
stuff
in there on about every.
You just don't like. I don't
like the taste. I don't like the smell, the texture, and I'm lactose intolerant. So like I'll take a gamble on that for like a milkshake.
Right. Yeah.
I ain't about to sit there and.
So you can't do milk. You can't.
I do Fairlife. I can drink.
What is that
Fairlife.
Is that like the
so
skim?
It's no lactose, and then it's ultra filtered. It even tastes kind of sweet. I mean, it's
Is it watery?
So much better.
Is it real watery? It's not thicker than normal.
It's kind of like regular milk, maybe a tad bit, almost like you whipped it a little bit.
Right.
A little bit fluffier, I guess, if that would make any sense to milk.
Yeah, because I mean,
a little bit fluffier.
If you don't add like pet milk or something like your ice cream, it's not going to be like
But if you ever get a chance, man, like you like strawberry, like Nesquik or anything like that.
I don't drink a whole lot of milk.
Okay, see, I like the strawberry Fairlife, man. It was like an absolute, like I love it. But you can only find it like gas stations.
Oh, you can't
it
get
only
like
comes in like a little bottle like this right here.
And it's about $3.89 for that bad boy.
Probably.
Something stupid, yeah.
But the regular milk you can buy at S&S down here, but they've only got it in like the.
Can you not get the strawberry Nestle? You know what I'm talking about? Like does it taste? It just don't taste the same.
It don't taste good as that.
Yeah, because I know some kids that like they ask for milk. They're asking for that strawberry milk.
Yeah.
Like, because strawberry, I'm more of a strawberry chocolate guy than I am vanilla.
Yeah.
For sure.
I'm more chocolate.
I do too, dude. I'm like, you're in a rocky road.
Yeah. We'll go to like these little ice cream creamery type setups,
Yeah.
My little girl's like so excited, and we get in there, she's like, I want vanilla. I'm like,
are you serious?
look at that board up there. They got like every flavor you can think of.
It's like I just brought you to the aquarium and you want to see a goldfish? You're at the damn aquarium.
Come on now. And she's like, well, I don't want to do that. I was like, chocolate is vanilla with better stuff added. I mean, like.
I was the kid that got chocolate ice cream and squirted more chocolate on top through that Hershey's. Yeah. And then you always get your little shot out of the bottle. Before you put the bottle up, it's like.
Got to get that little.
It's like 94,000 calories in that one cup.
Yeah.
But I'm not big chocolate.
Really?
But like as far as like, dude, I really, honest to God, I cannot remember the last candy bar I ate.
Brother, I'm gonna tell you, that's where I struggle.
Really? See, I like gummy bears and stuff.
I had a Baby Ruth like this week on the way home.
Did you? I'm not a Three Musketeer. I'm not
I'm not Three Musketeer guy.
They foam.
Nutrageous is like that's probably my favorite.
Wait a minute, Nutrageous.
Reese's.
No, I'm thinking Take 5. Nutrageous is where it comes in 3.
No, Nutrageous it's just the one. Unless you get the king size.
I can't eat a king size of anything.
Comes in one, but like it's just chocolate, peanuts, nougat type stuff. I mean, it's really good if you like Reese type stuff.
See, my wife and Whitney and them, the kids, they eat like she goes and buys like bagfuls of the Reese eggs.
Any Reese holiday candy hits so much harder than like a Reese cup.
She'll tell the kids, she's like, yeah, we better go ahead and stock up while we're here because, Easter's over. This is some of the last of it. And it was a while before you start getting those pumpkins.
Yeah.
It's like we got the Reese eggs, Reese pumpkins. Christmas
Christmas
the
trees, the little Christmas trees.
Yeah, and then there's like that little gap in the summer there where you just kind of
that's
screwed for a
It's a
while.
tough time if you're a Reese guy.
And you can buy the little bitty ones, like still buy them, but
Well, I was talking with a guy where he actually just retired. He left my shop first of the year. He retired. Been there 34 years. Great guy.
really.
But I was talking with him, and I told him, I said, man, you gotta get some of these. It was right after Christmas, so I'm like, you gotta get some of these Christmas tree Reese's, man. He's like, I mean, what's any different than the regular Reese's? I was like,
It's something to do with that. It's something to do with that
ratio.
rim.
I said, it's the ratio. It's that chocolate to peanut butter ratio. Man.
It's what, as a kid, you used to push out with your tongue and eat the center out of it. Because it's like nobody wanted that rim.
Yeah.
So now you got that in a full size.
Exactly.
Reese.
I'm like,
Yeah.
man, so much better.
I see that because like people cut the edges off their sandwiches.
Yeah.
I'm one of those people. I try to get a bite off the edge every time.
Do you?
I like the outside of the bread.
See, I eat.
You're a
this
bread
is-
dude.
this
I
is-
know
this is-
you are.
this
You
is a-
talk about
This is a little weird, but like I try to save the best bite for last. So like if I eat a hamburger or anything, like I eat the outside first, basically,
And then you
and
leave
then
the.
I leave the center for the last.
Well, see, sometimes too they'll give you buns like this big,
Yeah.
and you just go ahead and tear that shit off. Sometimes I do just
If it
tear
hangs off, yeah. Or like you get the hot dogs, like before we could afford, to get like a bun length hot dog.
Oh, yeah.
You get the little cheap ones. And you got like 2 inches of bun hanging out the back. Get that.
My brother, dude, used to get a hot dog, put ketchup, mustard on it, cut, like squeeze it around,
Yeah.
pull the wiener out of it, and eat the bread. I'm serious as I'm That's the one that won't come on.
Yeah.
Just
One
can't
of
get
the hot
him
dog
on.
flavored bread.
He'd cry if somebody brought him one with a wiener in it. Oh my gosh. Dude, I'm sorry I'm all out of merch, or I'd give you something like to.
So I know a guy.
This is the guy behind Addison Designs.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
like I said at the beginning, this is the guy that was like, hey, dude, I think you're going to do well at this, But I have not sold much.
No.
No.
Well, it's gonna happen, man.
I think so.
It's gonna happen.
I've got to I need to put that on a poll, man. Like, put a couple of sayings on there. Because, see, I'm real bad, too. Like, people, they can study me out real quick, like on a Saturday night.
Yeah.
I'm that guy that I keep saying, I'm going to have one more.
Yeah.
So I thought that's a pretty good line, too. Just one more.
Just one more.
Just one more, Yeah.
I still think the Theo Khan play.
It's pretty funny,
Theo
yeah.
Khan's great, man.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
great.
I like the face thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that face is.
I'm fixing to get some ink work done from him.
Are you?
I'm gonna get like this. I love music. That's
Yeah.
why I always so I'm gonna get like this guitar thing right here, and it's gonna say "Where words lie, music speaks." I think it's
Yeah.
pretty cool. But yeah, I've always been like huge into music. Walker, he's like into that now. You know.
Oh, I've seen some of his dance moves.
Oh, he'll be the kid that you'll be riding down the road, and he'll be like, "You know what this song's wrote about?" Because see, that's what I like. Actually, listen to the words.
Yeah.
A lot of people's just like, "Bun-dun-dun-dun-bun-bun." But I'm over there.
I'm pretty bad about
Are you
yeah.
Where I actually know the words. Sometimes used to look at my song facts all the
Yeah.
time. What's Hotel California about? What's whatever. And I've always thought it was kind of cool that these guys wrote that,
Right.
and I was taking it for something else.
I've caught myself like years down the road the song that I've loved and like known for forever, and then you sit there and you're like, oh hell, they ain't even saying that. I've been saying this wrong for 7 years.
As a kid, man, I used to sing. What's it? How does it? Oh, can I sing it the wrong way? But it
I
says
Spy Baby.
he says I spell TROUBLE. It's like Travis Tritt.
Yeah, Trouble,
Well, I used to sing. I spelled TILOVERBLT. I really thought that was the words, dude. Gosh, yeah. But sometimes it's their own fault.
Well, the other day y'all were talking about like a little Elton John,
Yeah.
and like Tiny Dancer.
Yeah.
So
I love
I
Elton
may
John.
or may not have went through a little spell where I thought it said, "Hold you closer, Tony Danza."
Okay.
So now the next time you hear that song, that's what you're gonna hear.
What about I think I've always sang Elton John's other song, Betty and the Jets.
Oh,
When it's
yeah,
really
the
Benny and
Beanie.
the Jets. But it's their fault.
Yeah.
I mean, on Red Hot Chili Peppers, there's that Soda Squeeze song, you know, and it's like, Shiva no is very sweet, you know, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, Jimmy don't no, no, no. It's like, you know, you're sitting there and you're like if you just walked up singing that,
Yeah.
somebody'd be like, dude, somebody drive him home, man.
Yeah. You think he's stroking out over here.
It's like, how did you write that on paper for the
Yeah.
song? You know, if you sat down and wrote that, how did you spell that? Shimmy no, go.
You got like some Chinese guy playing in the background. It's like, what's he saying? I don't know, but it sounds fire. We're going with it.
I love, there was a country singer one time that was it Drake, the song, used to call me on my cell phone.
Yeah, I know what song you're talking about.
Have you ever just read those lyrics?
No.
Without singing? Oh my God, dude. It's like, you used to call me, no wait, you used to call me on my cell phone. Like, and this guy saying it is so funny. It's some kind of country singer.
Yeah.
But it really, with him reading it,
Yeah.
you're like, oh my gosh, because he said, I got the wrong kind of music.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like Clutch, bye, bye, bye. He can just spit out like just rhymes and stuff.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It sounds good.
Yeah.
Kind of like a lot of classic rock songs, you know? It's like, what is he saying? I don't know, but that is fire.
Yeah.
Like you're saying.
Run it. Run it.
I asked Clutch, I said, in that song, Lil Troy sitting Pat down south.
Oh, yeah.
You know, he says, loaded like a baked potato or whatever, you know, or something, baked potato. And I said, what do you think that meant? He said, man, it means you're loaded, man. Baked potatoes loaded. I'm like, yeah, it kind of does actually make sense.
Except mine, because I don't have cheese on it.
I couldn't imagine a life without cheese,
I know,
dude.
brother. My wife's all the time like, man, I wish you liked cheese. I'm like, I promise you, of all the people, I wish I liked cheese more than anybody.
I
It's
told
like it's hard, you know, it's hard for her.
onions for me.
Is it?
Yeah.
It's hard for her
Unless
because
they're
there's
cooked,
so
I
much
don't like 'em.
stuff, you know, and like you try finding like a frozen breakfast meal that doesn't have cheese. You know,
Breakfast
like it's
stuff, I
tough.
mean,
You get like the frozen
Cheese
stuff.
is-
It's
yeah.
gonna be sausage, egg, and cheese, bacon. It's almost all got cheese in it.
See, I'm a big banana pepper like pickle guy,
Yeah.
and I work with a guy that's allergic to pickles. And I'm like, dude, I don't know what you did to God or whatever, but He hates you. I mean, pickles is the best thing ever.
I'll tell you right now, if my little girl couldn't eat pickles the rest of her life, she'd be, I'm talking about devastated.
Oh yeah, shoot.
That's her go-to. Like, we even made her a shirt at one point that said, like, I love pickles, or this girl loves pickles, or something like that. Like,
I mean, pickles. That's when in the summertime I'm mowing. I'm like, man, I really want to get done. I just want a snack. Come in here, I eat like half a jar of pickles. I'm right back out there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, being allergic to pickles would be terrible.
yeah. I don't eat pickles near as much as they do. Like, I like the pickle juice.
See, there's two ways that I can go with me with the juice. I can eat pickles. I can eat pickles just one after another. It doesn't do anything to me.
Yeah.
I drink some of that juice. I can shit through a screen door without touching a wire. I'm not kidding you. I don't know what it is about
Yeah.
it coming in liquid form.
Yeah.
But that is seriously like a laxative to me.
Right.
Like if I ever feel like I'm getting stopped up a little bit or something, you know,
go
I
there,
go
drink
to the refrigerator,
it.
get that
Take a shower.
pickle juice. Yeah, you know, just go to drinking. But I crave pickle juice
Yeah.
because I don't know if I have a sodium deficiency or something, but I could really drink a bottle of pickle juice right now.
Yeah.
It'd be terrible for me.
Right.
You know what I mean? But
Well, like at our
when it don't get my stomach though, I feel like your body feels better.
yeah.
You know,
Like at our house, we got the, you know, we'll have like 3 jars of pickles in there. So
and
like,
there's only one jar that's still got pickles
still got
left.
pickles in it. The rest is just saving the dang juice, you know. Because I used to too. Like they'd come in there and like, you know, like Alan would want pickle juice or Carrie would want pickle juice or something. You go in there and like, I go in there and look like those are like pickles are just like 90% of it's out of the damn pickle juice, you know, because I just drank all the pickle juice out of it. Like, guys, what are we doing here?
They say that's better for you than the banana.
I can
As far as the
I mean,
potassium.
so like at work now,
Vinegar.
you know, like we work at a steel mill. Obviously, it's hot,
Mm-hmm.
and and that's what they send out all these like little pickle shots.
Those things are good.
And that's what they have them in all the refrigerators out there, the freezers, and
those
of course
things
the
are
squinchers.
awesome. Squinchers, I like squinchers. But I think the pickle juice is full of electrolytes itself, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, you can actually
all the potassium and all that keep you from cramping up.
Yeah,
better than squeezing mustard down your throat, I guess.
Yeah, no kidding, dude. Because growing up, it's always like bananas.
Yeah.
See, bananas do right opposite. They stop me up. I can't, unless I got peanut butter, I'm not going to eat a banana.
I'm not a banana guy either.
I ain't either. I hate them, man. I really do. I don't care if it's because somebody makes fun of the way I eat it or,
it's like you're kind of that one bite challenge.
It's just, I just don't like a real banana flavor, but I love, if I'm going to a store and they had a banana popsicle or this, I'm going to get that banana one.
So that's the banana Laffy Taffies.
You daggum right, dude. I eat my body weight in those things.
Yeah.
There's no doubt. But ain't it weird? Some people be like, dude, get that tomato away from me. And then they come in with a cheeseburger, ketchup on it. But I get it.
Yeah.
Because I hate onion. I hate like a raw onion taste.
Yeah.
Cooked, if I don't really taste it, it kind of tastes something else, It's okay. A lot of that is with me, texture.
Yeah.
That crunch. It's a different kind of crunch,
Right.
And somebody was telling me that. They're like, I heard an argument. You don't like tomatoes, but you like ketchup? You eat spaghetti? It's like, that's totally different, brother.
Yeah.
Because I'm one of the guys that'll go buy a humongous bag of Funyuns.
Yeah.
But I hate onions.
Yeah.
I totally get it.
So my wife's kind of that same way. Like she'll eat Funyuns.
Mm-hmm.
She won't eat an onion. But like
It's got to be cooked
if they're
down.
really thin and they're cooked, or like Burger King's onion rings, because they're not really like an onion.
They're not. No, they're probably not real onions, to be honest with you.
But like she'll kind of dabble in some of that. Like she likes to eat the batter and stuff.
Well,
off the onion
okay,
rings.
she's in the same boat I am. I'll go to places and I actually order, if I can get onion rings, I swear to God, this is what I ask. Are y'all's onion rings the ones where you can break them apart and pull the onion out?
Yeah.
Because that batter is so good in ketchup. I mean,
Yeah.
I'd much rather have that in fries a lot.
Yeah. And I like that too, but like a lot of times you go somewhere and you get onion rings and they bring it out and there's like 4. And I'm like,
Oh, yeah.
so I could have had a plate full of fries or 4 onion rings. Dang.
So those ones too, if I see them coming out and they ain't got much batter on them,
Yeah.
oh, I'm really out. Like I'm like trying to wade my waitress down.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm the one who ordered those onion rings. You can cancel those. Give them to somebody else. I'll still pay for them, but do not bring those on the plate.
And see, I like a blooming onion. Like I love the blooming.
See,
onion.
that's my wife, dude.
But that's about the only thing I'll eat from Outback. We've not had good experiences there. So
I hadn't been there in a minute.
yeah.
If you go ahead. I'm sorry.
Speaking of not being somewhere in a minute, so I don't know if you saw on Facebook. I think your wife may have commented on it, but like, so me and Carrie, we just had like a little weekend getaway, just the two of us.
Yeah,
we went to
Gunnersville.
Gunnersville.
That's
rented this little,
nice.
man, that was a nice little tiny home.
That's a cool thing. Yeah.
And so we went to Crawl Mama's, and that's the first time I've been to Crawl Mama's since probably high school days.
It's been a long time since I've been there.
Eating the crawfish.
I always loved it.
Carrie, that's the first time Carrie's ever had crawfish.
Did you like them?
Yeah. Yeah.
Did you have to peel them for them?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. That's why I'm just like, you won't like them.
Yeah, she's like, there's not really a lot of meat, It's like, no.
So I know I'm over here burning carbs for you. Breaking these damn things
Meanwhile,
up.
my shit's cold now.
I'm exercising.
Oh, yeah.
So she did like them though?
Oh, yeah. She liked them. And we dip them in a little butter, which I don't think she really did.
I like cocktail. Anything seafood besides catfish. I do my catfish and fish and ketchup.
Anything I have that's fried goes in ketchup. Mm-hmm. Every bit of it.
You know what you saying about Outback, having bad experiences.
Yeah.
Okay. I am no master griller. No. I take advice from people that I know how. Mason Stewart, you know, those kind of people.
Yeah.
You know, Joseph. People that grill all the time around here.
Yeah.
You can't get the same steak you get from the butcher. I swear you don't. And it's ruined. Me and my wife, we first started dating all this.
Yeah.
Oh man, you got to go get this steak, and I'm not getting shit from the butcher. I'm just gonna go ahead and tell you, like I go out there and I pay like everybody else does.
Right.
Right. But once you buy your own seasons and you get sewn into something you like,
Yeah.
I can't hardly eat a steak anywhere anymore.
Yeah.
Just because I'm like, dang, it ain't salty enough. For that thing, hell, they don't sear them here, I don't guess. Or,
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like once you get you a steak, like me and Whitney, we'll get like a filet from there, and I'll even cut it in half sometimes.
Yeah.
You know, and I mean, just getting to modify your own stuff, I just feel like it's way better at home.
So, to be honest with you, I've never had anything from the butcher.
Have you not? It's good.
Like I've been wanting to go out there, but I don't go to that side of town.
See, I don't either. And
you know,
but
so I'd have to be going specifically. And so
next time I go, man, if you want something, I'll let you know. I'll tell you.
So we have we got like half a cow slaughtered almost every year.
Oh, y'all do?
Yeah, yeah. So actually, it's one of the Whiteheads, and so they do like a half Wagyu, half Angus. You know,
I don't like Wagyu.
And these right here, man, I don't know, for whatever reason, the Southern Integrity done this last one for us. So that's another one I do. Their
Church
fats
and
all that
stuff.
stuff.
Is that the one that's right down here now?
I think it's in West
Yeah.
Point.
Oh, okay,
I think
okay.
it's in West Point.
There's one local right here now, I think. Butcher. Yeah.
I know the lady. I think they live somewhere close over here, but I thought their place was out in West Point.
That may be them then. Yeah.
But I mean, just having it fresh.
Yeah,
and it has a spoil me on it. So like we'll most of the time we'll like reverse our stuff. So like I'll smoke them actually most of the time for a while, and then I'll pull them off, and my smoker will go up to like 700 degrees.
Oh,
So
God.
I'll throw that son of a gun in riot mode, let it get to 700, and sear it real quick on both sides.
What are you looking like when you pull that out? Like medium rare, medium?
Yeah, I go with slightly less than medium rare. Because
So you hit that thing. That thing gets so much heat. It's just pretty
Yeah.
much flip it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Once it smokes, like I'll smoke it up to about 120. Then I'll throw it on there and sear it up a little bit, let it get a little bit warmer. But then I pull
See,
it,
I like
so-
that seared. I like when I can taste the spices on top,
Yeah.
they got a little. You could tell they've
Yeah.
been burnt, like they've been burned into the meat.
By the time you let it sit for 10, 15 minutes, it's done got up to a good medium.
Oh yeah, you're talking about once you take it out.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, let it sit for a while. It's still going to continue to cook a little bit,
See, Smitty, since I've started doing what he does, by taking those things off and letting them sit like you're talking about, well, I've been wrapping mine at tinfoil.
Yeah.
Just because, everybody wants their own little deal,
yeah. Yeah.
But they're so juicy.
Yeah.
And even if they are done a little bit over, like what somebody wants,
Still
they're still
tender.
good.
Yeah.
Oh, man, it's like fork cut.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm sorry, yours is not as, it's like, are you kidding me?
like
You cutting it with a fork. Yeah. Because I think it was Stale Cracker. He was talking about that one time. I think it was him that said steaks can look well done, but they're not. Like, there's certain ways, like how different people cook, and like you may really like marinate yours in Dale's for like hours before.
Right. Yes, it's going to be darker.
I'm a room temperature kind of guy. I always bring the steaks home at lunch and just leave them on the counter till I get home. I really think that's a big deal with the tenderness and stuff. But it seemed like it might have been still maybe one of cooking shows or something. But they were like, you can't always look at a steak and say, well, I ain't pink in the middle.
Yeah.
Depending on how long that thing's been cooked, or it may have actually browned the meat, but it's actually still like medium rare or something, like for flavor wise.
Yeah. See, I've never had one of the real dry aged steaks.
I hadn't either.
So like where we can get ours cut, most of the time they'll do I think 2.5 weeks or so hanging time. But now they'll try to push it out to 3 weeks of hanging, let it age a little bit more if it can.
Right.
And I think this last time.
So they hang.
like 3
I
weeks.
think me and Smitty talked about. They hang that like a stack house, right?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, like a smokehouse,
Yeah.
kind of. Yeah. So that's how the meat y'all get,
Yeah.
y'all steaks and stuff's been done like that, and then they cut.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
See, I had never got to try the aged stuff.
Yeah.
That's something we need to try, dude.
Yeah.
We need to just buy us a couple steaks and try 'em.
There's some. I don't even know what he is. But he's a big old fella. But he's got a YouTube channel and he does all these experiments with steaks, and he'll like age them. He'll marinate them with like yogurt, mayonnaise, all this type of stuff, and like sit there and cut them up and have some little guys over there testing them. He'll do like
See that? I could see that because who in the hell would ever thought rubbing mustard all over your ribs?
beforehand. Yeah.
Right, yeah, before. I mean,
But
like
that's what-
yellow mustard.
It's a
The first
must.
time I got told that, I was like, what?
Yeah.
And they're like, yeah, you just rub it in mustard. Well, how much? Oh, the more the better.
Yeah.
You'll never know it was on there.
Yeah.
You're saying, why am I putting it in? Well, because it helps take everything else in or something, But like, you would think mustard, as strong as it is, you would taste that on anything you cooked it on. And give a crap if it's been 6 hours. No, you don't.
But that's like the yogurt. They say the yogurt on that meat, like really the enzymes and stuff in that yogurt help break it down and make it a lot more tender as well.
See, it's good for your stomach and all that. Yogurt's a probiotic.
Mm-hmm.
It would have to go to work on the meat like it would in you, right?
Yeah.
I ain't never thought about that.
Yeah.
We'll end up one of these days, man. We'll be sitting there in like Ruth's Chris or something.
Yeah.
But give me that yogurt steak.
Yeah.
Chocolate or vanilla.
Yeah.
Give me that chocolate on this one.
So have you ever been to Perry's?
Yes, very good.
Is it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's
So
very good.
I got some friends at work. They go there quite a bit. Like apparently their pork chop is supposed to be
Dude,
unbelievable.
I hadn't had anything bad from there. And that place has probably got it's the most wine bottles I think I've ever seen.
Really?
They have a lot of wine bottles, yeah. It's a high-end, kind of dressy, but yeah, it's good. Their food's delicious. You get the sides, too, like you're not going to get your own baked potato.
Yeah.
It's like you share, like, mashed potatoes or something,
Yeah.
So you'd have to get your own, because a lot of them, like if I was with you, I'd be like, dude, I'm getting the
Give me
cheesy.
the cheesy broccoli.
I'm getting this extra cheesy mashed potatoes over here, brother, with the bacon on top of them, That's so cool, though. You're allergic, or you don't like cheese, though.
No. And like I said, I'll fight the battles for, a Jamocha shake.
Yeah.
I ain't fighting it for some cheese.
I'm gonna like it on some stuff too, where I'm like, I really want this acid reflux that bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, I ain't gonna get that sausage biscuit this morning after all.
So did you have that like when you was a kid? Like
Acid
growing up?
reflux?
Yeah.
I did not get acid reflux until Whitney was pregnant with Leah Kate.
It happens to us both.
Dude.
I started having back issues. That's what I tell Carrie all the time. Like, you don't know how rough having kids are on us, man.
Dude, the acid reflux is a killer. Do you have it ever?
No, not never. Did she get it?
Yeah,
When
Whitney
she was
had it
pregnant
too.
with-
Yeah,
okay.
and both my kids were like acidic.
Yeah.
Like Walker, we had just bought like a brand new couch. It got ruined
Yeah.
for spit.
Spitting
Spit
up
up.
Yeah.
Lick Kate had to have like special formula and
yeah.
that, for like easy stomachs and that kind of stuff. And
Yeah.
but you get to where you figure it out. But see, I take a prescription now, so it's not. I might get hit every once in a while where I have to take 2 of them in a day or something. My prescription. But now it'll knock it out. Pepperoni's terrible. That's one of the worst.
Yeah.
Sausage is terrible. Sometimes bacon will get you. Yeah. Sometimes the bacon will get you pretty bad. It depends too, like kind of what you're drinking too. A lot of times, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, but orange juice will do it.
Yeah. But I like orange juice.
See, orange juice, milk. If I ever just pour me a cup of it, I drink it in like 2 seconds.
Yeah.
It's like I'm no sipper on it. It's
Yeah,
like,
just
my
chug,
God,
chug
did I have
it.
vodka in there or what? Like, no, it's straight orange juice. But milk makes me feel so full.
Yeah. I can see that.
Oh, yeah, it's just like, oh, my God.
So like that Fairlife, brother. Let me ask you this. Okay, so we have a debate about this at work. Okay.
I'm the settler to most debates.
Okay. So your favorite cereal?
Ooh, Fruity Pebbles would have been growing
Fruity
up.
Pebbles. Give me a couple more.
Fruit Loops, Frosted Flakes, Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Okay.
Captain Crunch Berries.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch. That's one we're gonna stick with.
Okay, Cinnamon Toast Crunch is
It
pretty
is
big.
hard. It is pretty hard
Yeah, because you can eat it without milk.
without it. Yes. So a couple of guys at work love Cinnamon Toast Crunch. The guy I was telling you about that recently retired. He likes
Yeah.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch. He is like me. He's a 2-bowl eater. So if I eat cereal, I'm eating 2 bowls.
Yeah, you always got to add a little, and then there's like a little touch at the end.
So what he'll do is that he'll eat that bowl of cereal. Right?
Yeah.
And then all that milk that's left, that's got all the goodness, all the sugar, he takes and pours it out and puts fresh milk in
No,
to do another bowl. And I'm like,
you don't
that's,
do
that's
that.
all the goodness.
The cinnamon
That's what
milk
makes
is
that
delicious.
second bowl so much better. That cinnamon milk is so good that literally they have started bottling it, and they just sell Cinnamon Toast Crunch milk. I don't know if you've seen that now.
No, but I mean, Cinnamon Toast Crunch milk is good.
Yes.
Fruity Pebble milk, Fruit Loop milk.
Yeah, all of it.
Frosted Flake
milk. Like that second bowl of Frosted Flakes tastes different than that first bowl.
Never thought about that, but that is...
But this dude's
That's genius, really.
This dude,
I mean, Luke ate like cinnamon toast. We know it's Captain Crunch Berries.
Crunch Berries, yeah.
That milk, that's fire too. When it's but no, pour it out. No,
yeah, pour it out and start over. I'm like, God, you just wasted that whole 10 minutes.
Okay, here's my cereal story. I am a person that I'll have 44 bowls of cereal. Okay, I don't pour much milk, and I'll just throw a little bit in there, stir it around, and I eat it. Right? A little more, eat it. I like my cereal crunchy.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, like I'm gonna pour me some, and I'm not gonna pour. I'm gonna make sure it's just enough that I can eat it all crunchy
before it gets soggy.
Right.
Yeah.
But I'm right opposite with soup. I throw my crackers in there, and I'll eat some of the crackers while they're crunchy.
Yeah.
But that cornbread, I get that cornbread, and I bust that cornbread up, stir it up in there, and I let it sit for a minute.
Yeah.
It's like right opposite.
Yeah.
So
I'm like with soups. I'm not a big soup guy. I'll do taco soup.
I love
Taco
soup.
soup's about about the only thing I'll do. But I like corn chips.
See, with chili, even corn chips with chili's
corn
better.
chips. Yes. I'll throw that in, like I layer it too.
See,
Like
that's the salt deal. Let's go back to the salt.
Yeah.
Really,
I do the chips, little soup, chips, soup, and then top it off with chips again.
do you do sour cream?
No.
See, taco soup, I gotta squirt that sour cream.
Yeah, I don't.
I don't like this
I know
either.
you're gonna throw the cheese.
Handful of shredded cheese, because no matter how hot that taco soup is, when I get it, like temperature wise,
Yeah.
I just keep adding cheese. I'm gonna eat it. But I do always put my chips down first.
Yeah.
I do that every time. Then I pour my soup over the top, cheese on top of that. Then I go to stirring it,
Yeah.
throw a little sour cream. Give me a little bite of that first one.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, still hot.
Yeah.
More cheese, a little more sour cream. It's just the way I am, because I'm ready to eat.
Yeah.
I ain't waiting on this to cool off. When I cook vegetable soup, I go ahead and I'll ask everybody, who else want vegetable soup? And, everybody will holler, yeah. And I go ahead and get the bowls out and go ahead and put soup in it.
Yeah.
And while I'm still stirring and all this, while it's still trying to simmer, that way I can, go ahead and start eating something.
Yeah.
Soup, see, I'm right opposite. Soup's one of my favorite things.
Is it? Yeah,
Vegetable, beef stew, Brunswick. I mean, I like all
I
of
don't
it.
know. I don't know if it's just because I ate quite a bit of it growing up.
Macaroni and cheese is that for me, dude.
Is it?
I hardly ever eat macaroni and cheese. Very seldom. I got sick on it one time and I was done.
Yeah. It's crazy how that happened. You get sick on something one time.
And I lived on it.
Yeah.
That cereal was like, and SpaghettiOs is what got me and my brothers, like, that's all we wanted.
Yeah.
We didn't want anything else.
I'll
And it was quick, because you didn't want to come inside.
Yeah.
You didn't have to be in there an hour waiting on something. Like, you go in there, I could eat SpaghettiOs or whatever right out of the can.
Yeah.
It didn't matter to me.
I'll tell you, one of the things that I grew up on, like especially we were living over in a trailer. This was like my I guess from freshman up to senior year of high school, right?
Yeah.
And so pretty rough times for a little while. I mean, we didn't have power and water for like a summer.
Wow.
Living
See,
in a trailer in Alabama heat.
See, I didn't even know that. Yeah.
Rough.
Yeah, and then right here for like this weather today, we went from 62 to 35.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I can't sleep if I'm hot, so I remember having to sleep with my windows open, or windows raised, so I could get a little bit of heat
Cracks and stuff, yeah.
air coming through there, whatever. But yeah, so we ate a lot of like Hormel chili. Back then you could buy them cans for like $4 for $1 or something. And
that was good stuff too,
yeah,
actually.
chili and chips. So that's what I ate. I think she'd call them like chili pies or something like that.
Yeah, you still get those at Sonic.
But man, I would eat that, and like you talking about good. It's quick and cheap. Oh, man, I ate so many of those.
Oh, yeah.
And the Tostino's pizzas.
I'm trying to think of which one that's.
It's the square ones. They used to be like 50 cents or something. Now I think they're like
They say
it's
$1.50
or something now.
I think it's like a CC's pizza takes like 50 cents to make one. So that shit should still be
It
cheap.
should be.
It should be, yeah.
But yeah, man, like I grew up on those. Like I ate those so much, like I just quit. I think that's one reason why I don't do chili now.
Yeah,
that
probably
much.
is.
You know, like I'll still eat it occasionally, but like I've got to be in the mood for soups. Like I want it to be a little chilly outside, a little colder weather.
We'll have chili in the summer.
My wife love, like she'll come in there and be like 98 degrees out there, and she's like, hey, you want taco soup now? I'm like, God, no, I don't.
See, I don't think of it like that.
Yeah.
You know, like it's like chili. Hell, we ain't had that in a while. Yeah, I'll take
Yeah.
some chili.
Plus, like, everything we eat is hot. You know, I mean, like we're eating it hot off the stove. You know,
But some with soup, I know what you're talking
Something
about,
with
though.
soup.
It's kind of hard to understand it because it really is.
It
It's
didn't
like,
fall yet. Why are we eating chili?
well, see, my grandmother, man, when we get sick, didn't matter what time of year, it was like chicken stew. You know, you had to have those saltines.
Yeah.
She was throwing up ginger
yeah.
ale.
Yeah,
You know, like warm salty water cured
mine was
anything.
Sprite. Mine was
Sprite,
saltines and
yeah,
Sprite.
any
That's what
kind
I loved.
of light, you know, like the Sprite, Canadian. God, I said it just a minute ago, but I can't even remember what it was now. But ginger ale.
Ginger ale,
Yeah,
yeah.
she always had the ginger ale. I never remember it being flat, and she would buy that in like a 2-liter.
Right.
And I feel like she kept that same 2-liter for like months. You know, it's just like, who all got sick on that bottle? You know, it's like,
So, speaking of grandmother, so I'll tell you that's one of my most embarrassing moments in my entire life.
I gotta hear this.
Probably the most embarrassing, really.
I guess
So, like, I've always been public speaking, as you've known when me trying to come on here. Like, public speaking's been one of my biggest deals. I've had to overcome it, being in leadership now, where I'm at, having to host meetings and all that
Right,
kind of
yeah.
stuff. But so, growing up, public speaking was always number one. Being around people, always kind of recluse, you know. So I'm at my grandmother's house, right? So they moved from Gaston to like right next door to us.
Oh,
So
really?
we had our chicken farm, and if you come out our door and looked off to the right, that was our house over there. So it was great, right? So I'd walk up there, and I'd mow our yard, do the weeding, pull weeds, all
A
this
grandparent
stuff.
close like that, man, it's
Yes.
nice.
And so I was probably, I don't know, maybe 15 years old, something like this, 14. I mean, I guess I was probably driving at this time. And so, yeah, I was driving. So I guess I was 16. Right? So she calls me up there one day needing to pull weeds. So I go around and I'm pulling her weeds up. Right? So it's summertime, so I've got my shirt off, just walk around in ball shorts. Well, I get over to the corner of their house. They got vinyl siding. Okay, so the vinyl siding, they got those little covers over on the corners of the houses. And they always kind of hang down a little lower than the vinyl siding.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
So I'm squatted down, pulling weeds. I go to stand up, and I catch that vinyl siding, and I'm talking about it gashes my back about like this far, all the way down to like my butts, the top of my butt cheeks.
Lord.
Yeah. And so like I still got a scar back here from it now.
Yeah.
And so, of course I do the natural thing. You reach back here like, oh my God. And of course, yeah, I'm like,
Blood all
I'm
over,
bleeding,
yeah.
So go on inside, and I tell my grandmother, hey, I've cut my back out here. So she said, let me see, So she's like, oh, hold on a second. Let me go in here. I'll doctor you up. So, okay. So she goes back here. She comes back. She doctors me up. Gets it stopped and everything. So I go back out there, finish doing the weeds, and then I'm like, hey, I'm gonna run out here to the store, grab some stuff. This is back at the Superette. Back when it was actually right at the supermarket. Back when it was good. Not the
Back when they were actually like a small
Yes,
grocery store.
when they had the bank over there on the side of it,
It was like a small grocery store.
But back then it seemed huge too.
Oh, yeah,
like,
it
I
did.
remember walking through there and I'm like, gosh, this thing's massive. But so this was after the bank had already left, and they built across the street or whatever. But so I'm walking through there and I'm talking about no shirt, right? Still. Again, but this is back when they didn't have the no shirts, no shoes.
They
sign
didn't
back then. This was back when you could still go in there and buy cigarettes for your mom while they was out in the vehicle and stuff. But they knew like they already knew. It's Marlboro
Oh yeah,
100s.
yeah.
Go and
He's
get 'em.
good. Yeah, I know he's only 7, but yeah.
But so like I'm walking, I'm talking about like I'm getting looks like, man, I'm like, why does everybody just keep staring at me? And I can't figure it out, right? And I walked all through this store, front to back.
Yeah, that thing was big, wasn't it?
Well,
that was a big cut, wasn't it?
It was a cut, okay. But she doctored it up. So I'm like, they can't see the blood, like surely goodness, they can't see blood or nothing. So I get home, I walk in, and I've made it about 6 steps into the house, and my mom looks at me and she says, "Brandon, why do you have a pad stuck to your back?"
Like a toothpick.
Yes. She had went there and stuck a. That's what she'd use to stop that bleeding. So I've got this super maxi pad deal just strapped, hanging halfway out of my pants. And they don't know why it's there because they can't see what's behind it.
No, but they probably see some blood. They probably thought you laid on it at home or
So
something.
you'll try to figure out what's going on. All they see is the wings hanging out, and I've got 8 inches of them hanging out of my legs.
When people ask me, why do you podcast? It's for stories like that.
But I sit there and even though those folks weren't around me at this time, I was petrified. I was like, oh my gosh, this is just. I didn't tell nobody.
That's a pretty good idea, though. If you
Oh, it's great. Hey, it would have even been better if she had said, "Hey, Brendan, just go ahead and throw a shirt on because I've had to stick one of these on you."
I'd hate to see what she shoved up your nose for a nosebleed.
Don't mind the string.
It's like, Brandon, you got a tampon hanging out. Yeah, my nose is bleeding. My mom put that in there. It's a super deluxe.
I'll tell you, this wasn't embarrassing or whatever. But another time I was over there, and I swear to you, man, I'm almost positive she would go out there, and she would take a tape measure and she would measure where she could plant something that was just inside the width of that damn mowing deck. So I couldn't mow in between it. I'd have to weed eat. I don't know, but I'm pretty positive she's out there having to do that. So I'm out there. It took me just as long. It took me longer to weed eat than it did to mow the yard.
I'm bad about that because I'm like, last year I put the pool right by the dam. I couldn't get through there.
Yeah.
And it was like, this is stupid. I already got 10,000 gallons of damn water in this.
Yeah. So she had a pebble, like the little stone deals going all.
Oh yeah, like stepping stones.
Yeah, stepping stones going all the way out to this little gazebo. So then at that gazebo, she had an arch going over it, and they did the vines going up. So after a little while, you have to go out there and trim all those vines. So I done that to start with. I got out there and I trimmed all that up. And then I start weed eating. Right? So I go over there and I'm weed eating. Well, then I get over there to where I'm weed eating the little pavers, but now I've got all these damn limbs sitting there where I trim that stuff off. So I'm like, let me grab these. I'll throw them over the fence. So I grab them and I got the weed eater in this hand. And I go to throw it, and when I do, the weed eater comes around, and the head of the weed eater I'm talking about, eats that whole arm up.
Oh, good God.
And this first 4 inches is just gone. I mean, it's just blood.
Jesus Christ, man. I know. I mean, you got to think that thing would hit you 50 times before you can get away from it.
Right. Well, you would think that, right?
Yeah.
So I get home and my mom said, "Why don't you let that thing hit you so many times?" What do you think I'm just there like, oh God, it's like,
Mom, you ain't never stuck your hand in the fan. That thing goes before you ever.
Shoot, son, I grew up, me and my brother had to share a bedroom when I was at my dad's.
Y'all had a box fan without a cover.
No, we had bunk beds in about a 10-foot square room, so there was nowhere you could put that bed that the damn ceiling fan wasn't right above you. I can't tell you how many times I wake up and just I'm talking about get waylaid.
You have a dream you're in a helicopter crashing.
Next thing I know, I'm just catching haymakers.
I can only imagine the first 6 weeks you slept in that bed. It's like bing bong, or Brandon, it's time for school.
Yeah, hell, I had PTSD if I even look up at a fan now.
Fishing rods. Man, I used to tote fishing rods, stay at people's houses, all that kind of stuff. By God, I broke some rods on some ceiling fans.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah, you're trying to get through the door, to your room or something. You're going to lean your rods up, and they grabs the lines. One of them slinging, on top. Well, I guess there wasn't no need me relining last night.
That was something I never really got into a whole lot.
Fishing,
never did.
I'm done with it. I think. You remember talking about fans and stuff. You remember popcorn ceilings too?
Oh yeah.
You would, you'd be playing with that fan or anything, and then for whatever reason, you had to touch the ceiling.
Oh yeah.
One touch too, and it was snowed.
Yeah.
It was there's an eighth of an inch on my bed now. Just from that. I think parents put that up there to see how much we've been jumping on bed and stuff, man, for
Probably-
real.
probably, yeah.
Yeah, because your buddy or somebody, they're gonna touch the ceiling.
Oh yeah.
Because it's gonna start out something like, "Can you touch the ceiling?" Yeah, man, I touch the ceiling.
Hell yeah, I took.
But you can't touch it with 2 hands. You know what it's like?
Well, she is.
Your mom comes home, she's like, "What is all that white stuff in your hair? You got dandruff?" Oh, that could be. And then they're like, "Oh, that's ceiling stuff. Where?
Yeah.
Come show me where you touch your ceiling."
Yeah.
yeah.
I remember growing up, man. Like you had to touch everything. Like you remember when you first could jump up, touch a door frame. You know,
Oh,
you remember
yeah.
You
So
couldn't walk through one.
everything is-
You couldn't
no.
walk through one without jumping up and touching it.
That's like if we went to a store that said, "You break, you buy." My mom made us sit on the bench outside. That's when they put benches out there. It's like, I know one of you 3 shitheads is going to touch something in there and break it. Your oldest brother's like 9.
Yeah.
And you're like in Birmingham. She's like, "Yeah." Adam, watch the other 2. We'll be back in a little bit. It says, "You break, you buy." Y'all ain't going. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It's like, "Mom, I swear to God, it's raining out here. I want to go in." I don't give a shit. Cheapest thing they got in here is $8.99, so you staying outside. It's like, how true is that? Dude, I told you, man, this has been fun. This has been a freaking great time, dude. You gotta come back.
I will.
You got to.
I will.
Man.
I will. Like I said, we got to work on you a commercial.
I'm thinking about now a new slogan.
Yeah.
Put a maxi on it.
Hey, words, man.
People ask all the time, "Why you like to sit around talking?" It's like, man, for the stories. I like to hear what people are into. But like stories like that is like, why I keep doing this?
Well, really too. When was the last time we've actually been
Oh, being
together?
able to sit down and talk.
Yeah.
Besides just small talk, hardly. Because if you ever catch me on the phone,
Yeah.
I'm one of those people where it's like, I feel like every time I get on the phone, I got one kid being terrible, or I got this, or it's like, phone time, you'll get right in the middle of a story. Could have been that story right then. It's like, oh, dude, this guy's calling me back, man. Let me talk to him one more time. He's over there with a tape measure trying to measure this. He's 94 years old. I'm trying to guide him through it. You don't know how to send a picture on his phone. It's like I've got to, So
I mean, realistic. I think the last few times we talked, maybe in the door shop when I come up there to get a door or something.
Just small talk, man.
Yeah.
It's nice to be able to just sit down and just shoot the crap with somebody you hadn't seen, because we used to, with us working together and stuff, me and you seen each other a lot.
Well, we drove together. We went to work. We worked the same shift there for a little while.
Yeah, for a good while, actually.
And I remember we'd leave and go get stuff, and then I remember once you had to swing by the bank or something over there, and then we'd see them soup in front of us.
That's the boss man, by the way.
So, oh shit, you think you saw us? Did you guys clock out when y'all
That's how my luck's always been too. I swear to God, I can be working my ass off every day for a month, and I'll sit down and look at my phone for 20 minutes, and somebody will walk in.
Yeah.
And it's like, I swear to God. And the ones that normally drag ass, they're working.
Yeah, they're bowed up.
And it looks like
right
I'm
now.
over there sitting. It's like, what are you doing? I ain't gonna lie, man. I'm on Facebook. I was reading something earlier when I was pooping, man. I didn't get to finish it. You know what I'm saying? Because I know a lot of people go, that's their escapes, the bathroom.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll go to the bathroom, sitting there, look on my phone. I'm not a bathroom sitter at work or public place. At home now, I'm going to take my time at home. I'm on my own throne, you know?
Yeah.
But if I go somewhere else, I'll try to get in there and out. I take longer to clean the lid than I do the business. Because it's that bad already that I'm going to use it there.
Yeah. Yeah.
But some people, I'll go in the bathroom, I'll be like, dude, you was in there for like 20 minutes. It smells like Facebook and TikTok. Did you shit in there? Did you just sit in there? It's like, I had to pee, man. It's like, why don't you just watch your phone out here, brother? Well, I didn't know, it's my girlfriend's birthday. I was going to write her this big post. And I knew y'all make fun of me. So now you're going to get it worse because you've been in the bathroom 20 minutes.
Yeah.
But I don't like hanging out in public restaurants.
No, I can't stand public restaurants.
I go in there and I try to embarrass the guy beside me. I always sit down at the stall right beside like somebody, and I'm like, nice shoes, brother. Where'd you get those? But no, and realistically, I try to get down there and get out.
Yeah.
I just, because I feel like when people come in there to pee and stuff, that they're like me, where I look at tennis shoes, and then I'll see you like, you know,
somewhere in the store, you're like, I recognize those shoes.
And what's funny is, too, a lot of times there's people you know.
Yeah.
It's like, hey man, was you just somewhere in stall 3?
Yeah.
Dude, was that you in there? They were singing and stuff. Yeah, that was me.
So my wife gets mad at me because, like, here lately, not I guess lately, but for a little while now, like, if we go out to eat somewhere, you know, we go to Old Charlie's or wherever, like, most of the time, like, within 10, 15 minutes after I eat now, like, I've got something going on. Like,
Some does that. It's age, dude. I swear it is.
I gotta go. But I will not, like, I'll walk in that bathroom, and if there's somebody else in there, I won't do it.
You won't?
No. I'll turn around and walk back out. I'm like,
See,
I gotta hold it.
Most of the time, I'm on a mission to run them out.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, you already been sitting here. Get out of here. Yeah. You know, it's like, sorry for that big splash, but I'm trying to get back outside. I told her I just had to pee. They're in the car. I got the keys in my pocket. So what took so long? I couldn't get the soap dispenser to work. Or my wife knows I'm one of those people that fixes everything. It's like, their paper towel thing was jammed, and you know how I am. It took me 8 minutes, and I rewash my hands when really I ran in there. It's like, but it's miserable if you don't, because a lot of nice places are at least 20 minutes away.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, I'm going to tell you, like, there's several places where I know. So, like, you take, like, a Hobby
Me and
Lobby.
you too. We're not going to the movies after.
No. You take, like, a Hobby Lobby or something like that, where you know, like, what I like to look at is, like, the men to women ratio. You know, you go to these places where there's a lot more women than there are men. The odds of there being somebody in that bathroom when you need to go to it is pretty low.
Yes, for sure. I know exactly what you're
talking about. So there's a few places, you know, we'll be like, hey, something about TJ Maxx or something, you know. Like, somewhere I know there's probably not going to be a whole lot of fellas walking around.
There's just some places I wouldn't. Like a beauty salon. Yeah, I never shit in I'd shit in my pants before I shit in a beauty salon. Because you know they'd be like, he was in there for me. You reckon he used the bathroom? Yeah. You know, and my luck, somebody be waiting on me at the door. One of them girls be like, yeah, I'm coming. It's like, we're going there yet.
Somebody locked the door. It's been out for a while.
There's a few places I would not use it. You know,
I'll tell you something else I don't like having to go to like a Dollar General or something like that. And you got to go up and ask for the key.
Oh, dude! And then they got it on the stick. They got this key on the stick or fly swatter or something. And you're like walking through the store with this fly swatter with this key on the tip of it, and you're like, how many people has handled this fly swatter that did not wash their hands?
Yeah, probably a bunch.
Yes.
Probably a bunch.
One time I went to a store and there was a block of wood. They actually had like not a dowel rod, but close, and somebody drilled a hole in it.
Yeah.
They had the key hanging from it. And the grip of it looked like, you know, a mechanic had used it.
Yeah.
You know, like it's at a mechanic shop. Yeah, and there, you know, and I just got to go pee.
Yeah.
He said, no, man, I'm fine. I'll take my chances. That key, though, could give me COVID or some other shit I can't wash off.
I feel like, too, like you're almost on like a timer, too, you know? It's like, well, no, it's like, God, they know I got the key. They know they're you know, like, ringing folks up, just like looking. Oh, yeah. Not on his way back yet. I wonder if he left, you know?
Don't you know, too, like, if you was that person working behind that gas station thing, if somebody was in there a while, I'd be like, I'm going in there before they leave. I'm going to make sure they destroyed this. They stocked it up, and they're not trying to get it undone.
I tell you, so I just got back, I don't know, a couple of weeks ago. I had to go to Utah.
You're doing a lot of traveling right now.
Right now we're doing a little bit of traveling. You know, fun, but at the same time, you know, being away from the kids and the wife, you know, kind of.
Man, it seems like forever.
It does. You know,
I've only had to spend a night or two away, but it is.
You know, being able to FaceTime them or whatever, you know, that helps. You know, but like we had to go to Utah, so like that, there's worse places to go than Utah. I will say that.
Utah's
pretty
nice, right?
It was real nice. We was up in Logan, so it was snow everywhere.
I was just snow.
Oh yeah,
I want to go somewhere like that.
So we actually went off road a little bit and got off, and it was like knee deep. You know, in this snow. I'm talking about it was really nice.
Wow.
So we go to this one little area where it's for riding little snowmobiles. Okay, so I'm like, oh man, I kind of need to go take a whiz, you know. And I look, hey, they got little bathrooms right here. So I'm like, hey, what luck. I sling that door open, and there ain't no way in hell I was about to walk in that bathroom.
I ain't
I'm
that.
talking about it looks like they had just shit from opened the door and turned around and just started.
Somebody was
spraying.
trying to be a hero. They were like, everybody can piss on the lid. I'm gonna shit on the ceiling.
Oh yeah. Yeah. And this is like a porta john type of setup. I mean, it's a building, but there's no way running water in it. So I don't know how deep that hole is. That's sitting there, but I'm telling you, they missed most of it.
That's why you can't. A lot of places are like no public restroom.
Yeah.
Is over stuff like that, man.
Yeah.
I always try to be, especially if I go into a bathroom, it's very clean. I lift the lid, I pee, and if it's a guys and girls, I go put the lid back down, which I do all that with toilet paper.
Toilet paper, yeah.
I'm a weirdo about it.
Yeah.
No matter where I put my butt besides my own house, I will grab some toilet paper and wipe that lid real good, throw it down in there. Yeah. And I can do the hover. I've actually done the hover before.
Yeah. See, I line the seat. I do.
You do the paper?
Oh yeah, there's shit.
Have you done that at a rest area?
Nah.
Have you done it on an automatic commode that flushes?
Oh yeah, I have before. And try to suck that thing in there.
It sucks. I've really used to. I was just put that paper. You keep tearing that paper, and you're just kind of piecing it on there. And then about the time you get your belt undone, your britches coming down. It's like, and it snags one little piece of the toilet paper, and it's all gone.
Yeah.
And then I'm just like, you know what? Forget it. I'm doing it. I'm doing it. I'm gonna take my chances at this point. Some of those though, dude. I mean, I think it could if your ass was in the water, I think it'd suck you halfway in them. Some of these ones at the hospitals and stuff. I mean, you flush that toilet, dude. It sounds like a Dunkin' booth.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Some kids, I know kids that went somewhere like that when they first started pooping and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And the toilet flush on them or something because they're little, like an automatic one.
Right.
They're terrified.
Oh yeah. Hudson was terrified for a while of them.
So,
Hell, I've been on a few of them that down there wash your hair when they spray. I'm talking about got some water pressure. You feel like you feel like going up your back.
see, my mom always said, whenever you use the bathroom at somebody's house or even our own house, every time someone comes out, go ahead and flush when it stops.
Yeah.
Go ahead and get it out of the way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's been a few places where it was like, I'm cracked the stall door. Looking out because I've got to get some paper towels. This didn't wash half my body. It's like toilet paper ain't gonna do nothing. Just be stuck to me everywhere. I've got to have some paper towels to wipe myself off dry. I'm not even kidding. Some of them's like, it comes back on you.
Like you're sitting on a day or something.
And don't try to raise up like you're saying.
Oh yeah,
it's better just gonna take it back there.
It's going all the way up.
Yeah, I could fix my mullet right there, man. Just flush it. Oh my God, dude, my face is hurting. This has been so funny, but it's been all true. Dude.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, man. Well, brother, I'm gonna tell you, man. I appreciate you.
Yeah.
Sticking with me. I ain't so much. If anybody wants to see Guess Two stuff, but hey, I've said this before. If you got something, make your own. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like your hats are badass, dude, and shirts, and
I just made this hat right before I came out here.
Did you?
Yeah, because
awesome.
this whole time Carrie's like, she's like, you don't even have an Addison Designs hat, I'm like, oh, shit, I don't,
I got this one in a one Leah Kate got something. This may be the one that's got something on the bill.
Yeah.
I gotta get some more myself too, man.
And I said, but see, like the logo that we use for Addison Designs is kind of girly, so I come up with a kind of a more masculine looking.
Yeah, I like that where the A's
kind of Yeah.
Is that a handprint?
No, it's just like a destroyed.
Okay. It kind of looks like a handprint.
Yeah,
That's cool.
So I was like, man, let me go out there. So while this over here was making, I had this over here making another one.
Dude, I'd be in trouble because I'm a hat guy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like every day I'd be like, hey, I know we got these in for so and so, but I think I might get me one of them. Yeah. Because hats is I've always got a hat on unless I'm in church, shower, or bed.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna tell you, man. So the new equipment got delivered, yesterday.
Yes.
So the tech's supposed to come out Monday. So they're going to be there installing Monday and Tuesday. We'll do training on Wednesday. Okay, so this weekend,
You can
hopefully that thing's going to be.
you'll be rolling.
Be ready
Okay,
to roll.
even though it only do 12 colors in a circle, how many colors can you like upload in that thing? Like, does that make sense?
So each one you have to put a screen on with ink. So like the most I can do is that.
It's
But-
12, but you can have 100 different colors.
Oh
over
yeah,
there.
of ink sitting over there.
I got you. Okay, that's what I was wanting
But the
to
next thing you can do too is like you could take like CYMK printing, so like a printer.
Yeah.
You know, if you think about it, like when you print something out, it'll be full color, but you're only
yeah.
replacing 4 cartridges. You know, you got your cyan,
Yeah, 'cause it
magenta, yellow, black.
mixes and-
So it mixes. So I can print.
See, I mixed a little bit of paint.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of like
So
that.
I can mix like when I do some of this stuff, like some of this stuff I'm going to be doing for tomorrow coming up. You know, it's like 5-6 colors, and some of that I'm making different colors by combining
Just mix it, yeah.
some of the ones that's already in there. So like I may use, so like let's say you're doing red and a blue. Well, then you have a screen where they overlap a little. You're gonna get purple right there, so you can get as many colors as you want
Right, just by
separating
mixing
the
them up.
artwork correctly. Like you know.
That's neat,
But
man. There's a lot more to it than just going
it's-
out there and
it's-
putting that
it's
shirt
a
down.
lot. That's a lot. And
know,
yeah.
Yeah, lining them up.
We get this thing up and running. You got to come out there and see it.
I need to come out there and shoot a video of it, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I need to get I want to make a commercial. I want to,
Yeah.
have a commercial just to run like twice or something in there. You know,
I told
a couple
Tamara
times.
too. What I'm gonna do for her, I'll do the same thing for you. So like with Tamara, what I told her is like now that I've got all these other colors of leather, like you know. What I'm gonna make is basically like a little sample. So I'm gonna do like her image with like that patch. You know, like I'll make a bunch of these patches in every single type of leather we have. Poke a hole in it, put it on a little chain or whatever. You know,
So you can flip
sit
through
there
'em and
flip through
see.
like a color swab.
I like
Like
this
that.
color. I'm one of these
Yeah.
kind of guys. Like
Yeah.
that's I don't know what you call that. Just
It's
regular
just
brown.
rawhide. Yeah, it's rawhide. Yeah.
See, I like the brown. I like anything gray. Anything
Yeah.
gray is like.
So that's what I had bought some gray leather koozies as well, and I was trying to find them. I couldn't find them. I think I did all of them for Nucor,
I got you.
but so I need to get some more of those because
Now you know I'll use a koozie.
Oh yeah. Well, you know, there for a little while, you'd stop drinking. You know.
Oh yeah, it was about. I quit for about 2 months. I
Yeah,
think.
and so, like,
Which
I was-
now I'm not. You know, like I've had 2 beers today.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But
like,
whenever I first, I was like, oh man, I'm gonna do these koozies for Gibbs, man, that's gonna be great. And then I was listening to you, and I was like, damn it. Well, maybe he'll still at least drink a canned drink, you know.
dude, I will use these on everything, man.
Oh, yeah.
But I like to have 3 or 4 beers, sometimes 6, 7. You know, that's just my wind down. You know what I mean?
Yeah. See, I'm not a beer guy. If I was to drink something, what I like is pineapple juice with Pinnacle whipped vodka.
Yeah.
And peach schnapps and a little
You
bit
kinda
of
like-
a
you
little
like a
sweet side.
fruity drink or something, yeah.
Or like a Long Island iced tea. I mean, those are kind of where I go.
Whew. The Long Island iced tea, man. That's one of those deals where it's like, you drink that first, yeah, go ahead and bring me, you know. Then by that third one, you're like,
Yeah.
am I?
Yeah, after that second one, you're like, I'm still not even feeling it. Then that third one, you can't even get up.
It's like all of a sudden you're just like sitting there and it's like, oh my God.
Hey, look, what's wrong with Gibbs?
Holding on to stuff.
While you're sitting down.
It's like, this hit me so hard, dude. I'm spinning and I'm awake. I'm not even trying to go to bed. This is going to be bad. You know what I'm saying? Be like the worst fair ride you've ever been on here when you fist and try to go to bed. Yeah. See, I like beer because I can just drink beer, and if I start feeling a little something coming on, I can stop or stay there, or, you know. But
So it's
it just helps me wind down.
I think it's something with the yeast. Like it just, I don't know. That kind
I've
of
heard a
upsets
lot
my
of people
stomach.
say that. Certain beers will stop my nose up.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the hops. I guess I'm allergic to some of the, like triple hop. Miller Lite will do.
Yeah.
That's the most hops like in beers, Miller Lite.
Yeah.
But I've really got on these gelatos. And they did this to me. They come out with this on purpose for me.
Did they?
Yeah, because they knew I was going to make fun of them. You know, I made fun of
your
the
tomatoes right there.
Yeah. See, and I made fun of them over their model.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard you talking about it the other day. You either knew.
What if they call me and they want me to come to a men's bikini bathing suit contest? I'll be like,
for real, are you gonna bring your goat and you're walking?
which goat you want? Yeah, I'm gonna be in a men's bikini bathing suit like calendar for them.
I will tell you, man, like the TikTok you done down at the beach with Whitney and all the girls.
Oh my Lord, dude,
Dude,
that was
so
classic.
great.
When I walked down, they came up. They said, "We're getting pictures with you."
Yeah.
I said, "I will, as long as you chase me." And they were like, "What?" I was like, "Yeah." Golly, dude.
That's so good, man.
I'm gonna get them again, man. We're going spring break.
Are you?
Yeah, I'm gonna wear the one that didn't come in until after.
yeah.
Yeah, so I'll have that, but it's gonna be cold. It'll be even worse than this. when because I had to wear that one backwards, because it was a little skinny, in the front.
Yeah.
People was like, he stuffed that with something, like the butt of like a women's bailing suit's got that padding in there, whatever, And I was thinking, wow, wear a Speedo and get accused of having a large wiener. I've never been accused of having a large wiener. So I was like, I'm gonna get on TV and give me some more of these things. But I was like, did you stuff those? I swear to God, I didn't.
That's all
You just didn't know they were backwards and the padding was all rolled up in them. Oh my gosh, dude. This has been great, man.
It has been.
Yeah, this has been a good time. And y'all check it out, addisondesigns.us. And if you got some kind of logo or whatever, get up with them and get it on some of these shirts and stuff. They're nice. This stuff is... I'm going to take some pictures of these koozies. This koozie is like badass. That's probably my favorite koozie ever. I may get some koozies made with some other people's faces on it and give them out. Yeah.
And I almost made that look like this was on your T-shirt, like you was wearing one of your merch shirts.
Ah, yeah.
Because it almost fits like it.
That's cool, dude.
Yeah.
That really is. I can't wait to show it off. All right, folks. Y'all have a good day.